we're live.
We are live. Good evening, hairy werewolves and demons with the cloven hooves. Hello all and welcome to Chromatic Chimera, where the story's made up and the XP doesn't matter. I am he known as Puddins, and a happy new year to everyone here, and to anyone who will be tuning in at a later point. So, before we move forward, just a quick thing. Due to the holiday, we're doing something a bit different. It's still a Steam spell story, but this is a one-shot. Woohoo!
Woo!
Tonight's story will play into the great saga of Steam Spell, so no need to go anywhere, no need to panic. It's still gonna interlink into the story in one way or another. But without any further ado, joining me tonight are Chris as Vovak, the Goliath Paladin, Ryan as Rayo de Dolorosa, the Elf Rogue, Sam as Vel, the Shifter Monk, and Abby as Mixie, the Gnome Warlock. Now, don't forget, just like our regular games, if you like what a character did, you can give them inspiration by choosing 300 bits, telling us which character you want to give inspiration to, telling us what they did maybe, to make you want to give them that bit. So, does anyone have anything before we begin?
I am very excited. This is my
Praise
first
Lycus.
warlock ever.
Never
Praise
played a
Lycus.
paladin.
Oh, hail Lycus. So, if no one else has anything else, we will begin.
Yes.
Oh, we pan over to a moonlit sky. One of Everin's 3 moons is showing brighter than the others. Not the red one, but like a bluish one, kind of like a regular moon. Spring has just touched the lands of Maywicht. It's a chilly early spring night, and this early spring chill touches the Forest of Mist, outside of the town of Agardeen in the neutral frontier, just beyond the border of Highguard. Underneath the full moon, a group of people huddle around an overgrown tree stump, serving as some sort of altar. Drawn into this altar, in what appears to be dried blood, is a crescent-shaped moon, as well as the face of a snarling wolf creature next to it, drawn in like a black charcoal. A skull is placed on the end of this tree stump, and there are candles around it, dripping with hot wax, providing light for this forbidden Sabbath in the woods. This is where you are, my players, my compatriots. What are you doing as this, people are just kind of standing around waiting for the cult meeting to begin?
I'm probably off by myself. I'm kind of hunched around a tree, and I'm kind of whispering to my axe, and kind of engaged in a conversation with a long, great axe.
These people being cultists are not really surprised that you're talking to an axe. They're just kind of like, get a little biscuit.
Scans.
I would say Mixie is over on a table somewhere, just like sitting there.
It's probably gonna be a tree stump, considering you're in the middle of the forest.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, my bad. It's just kind of on a tree stump, which gives her a little more height. She is a gnome, so she's very small, and she's just kind of observing everybody.
Okay. Ryan, Sam?
Vel would totally be running around trying to see if anybody needs help, like, setting things up. Just very enthusiastically, like, oh, can I, get you something to drink, or do you need some help moving that thing there?
Rayo is definitely, like, uncomfortable at best with most of these people, and he's known Vel a little longer than the rest of them, so every time she kind of passes by, he kind of like inches towards them, and then as they go off, he just kind of slinks back a little bit. He's kind of just like at the very edge of whatever light source they have, and then he's just kind of nervously like looking around, fidgeting with his scarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Vel, you probably helping out another a shifter, much like yourself, with wolf-like features.
Oh, okay.
they're kind of surly at first when you're like, can I help? They're like, oh, fuck off. I don't need your help. And then like, as you keep pestering them, it's like, okay, fine, carry this. And it's like a candle, right?
Val is very much like that really excited like puppy that is just like so excited to see you and oh my god, you're here now and we're gonna do a thing. Okay, let's go for a walk.
So Volvac, walking by you, you see a tiefling with charcoal gray skin. He sports antlers for horns, and he kind of just walks by you and just goes, not the first time I've seen a guy talking to his axe. You accent it a question.
Yes. I'll look over and just give him like a death glare, and I have pupilless yellow bright eyes, and I'll just kind of flash them at him, and I'll hide the axe from him. And
Give
I'll
me
say,
an-
not worthy under my breath, and put the axe behind and kind of shield it from him.
Give me an intimidation check just to kind of see like how this character will react to you.
First roll of the year.
20.
First roll of the year.
Not 20. Yep.
Hey, 2020.
26.
Oh yeah.
So this tiefling just kind of like hunches up the coat he's wearing, is kind of like, all right, okay, geez, didn't just was trying to make small talk with you, whatever.
Not worthy. And I'll just keep like polishing my axe.
Mixie,
Yes.
another gnome approaches you. This is the only other gnome in this group of cultists. Of course, these people don't see themselves as cultists; they see themselves as correct.
We're clerics.
That's fair.
The only difference
Yeah,
between
correct.
this and the regular religions is on the number of followers. So this other gnome kind of saunters up and kind of scooches, like lifts herself up and sits next to you under the tree. She sports a thick skin covered in bumps and has greenish hair. She wears tattered robes, and you can definitely tell, like, she's definitely got a weary look to her. Greetings, the name is Ayla Tutri, and what is yours?
Mixie.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mixie. Well, Shen said that we had some new disciples who had traveled from near and far to join us tonight.
Are you free as well?
I am free, yes. Moses, too, and his league had made sure of that.
It's good to see more of us outside of the labs.
Indeed, yes. And, hopefully, this Scarlet Moon can help us. The Blood Moon's pack perhaps can help free our kin from the servitude that they hold us in Kovith. It gets like a really like a shaking my tiny fist at the heavens.
Mixie also shakes her tiny fist. With Lycus's help, all gnome kind will be free.
Indeed. Now, just, Shen might ask us to do things that might seem a bit unsavory, but Moses too wants to ensure the alliance with Shen's group here.
Understood. I, pardon the question, but I don't often meet a lot of gnomes with last names.
Oh, I just kind of took my designation and just kind of turned it into a last name. I was originally known as Ayla 23, but then I just decided I wanted to have a surname like other regular free folk, and decided to go with, well, I didn't know anything else, so I just took the name Tutri.
Yeah, that was MX1.
Well, there are some, like Moses himself, who may keep their old designation as a sort of sign of sticking it to them people in COVID, those who would hold us as servants.
Maybe one day I'll have my own last name.
Maybe one day you will. But we better get to, like, floofs the robes up, dusts off. Shen's gonna be beginning the ceremony at any moment now. We should definitely prepare ourselves.
Wonderful. I'll assist Elia how I can.
Okay, so everyone's kind of beginning to gather around the stump with the crescent moon and the wolf on it. Scoom Shadowfang, the shifter that Vel has been helping, is just kind of like, all right, go stand over there. Don't get away from her.
Yeah, okay. I'll go and probably stand over with, was it Rayo? Rio?
Rayo, I believe is his
Rayo.
name,
I'll go
correct?
probably bug him.
Vel, you need to stop messing with these other shifters. They're not really going to take that kindly to you.
Oh, I mean, I think we're all, good friends here and stuff. We all gotta pitch in and help each other if we're gonna, make sure that Lycus is happy with the work we're doing here.
No, kid, you got a very different, very, very different definition of friends than I do.
I don't see what the problem is.
No, I'm sure you don't.
Just give him like a really big, hard pat on the shoulder.
You don't ever feel like some of this is just a little too weird?
What do you mean? I mean, there's lots of weird things out there in the world. I mean, look at us.
Well, that's the thing. Both of us are very used to being outcasts. But I feel like we're trading being outcasts by ourselves to being outcasts in a larger group of other outcasts.
Well, but then we're not outcasts anymore. Now, we got like a pack, just a big group of, friends looking out for each other and taking care of each other and watching each other's backs. And I mean, what more could you really want?
Yeah, that's about what I thought you'd say. Just keep your head down, all right? And if there's trouble, just find me.
Oh, well, I mean, I think if there's trouble, we'll, be plenty ready for it.
All right.
And while you're talking, an elf, clad in kind of fine robes, and they're interwoven with sticks and branches and leaves, kind of steps into the front of the stump altar. That's what I'll call it, the stump altar. And she says, all right, everyone, if we could have all of your attention, please. We are going to begin tonight's, with as the moon is at its peak. Now, I will hand over the meeting to Shen Capgra. And she steps out of the way, and stepping towards the altar on the other side, a figure clad in red robes and draped in the pelt of a wolf steps forward to the altar. They obscure their face with the pelt of this wolf. And if you look close enough, you can see kind of gaunt gray skin underneath. They stretch out their arms and speak. Under cover of night, we emerge in the woods when the moons are most bright to hear our cunning lord's words. They bow slightly after finishing this little opening spiel, and everyone else does so as well. Now, before we begin, it pleases me to announce that Candace and Jethro are the proud parents of twins. And everyone's like, the coronation will be next week at the White Wolf Inn. Now for our other matters. It appears we have some newer faces joining us tonight. They've traveled from afar to join us in the Agadim chapter of the Blood Moon's pack. Welcome to the Scarlet Moon. Come forward to the altar and speak thy name, so that Lycus may know thy true self. And that is when you are beckoned to step forward and introduce your characters.
Okay.
I feel like Mixie will kind of push her way towards the front to be one of the first people to do it.
Okay.
I'm sure there's like other people in the group who are going forward already. They're a lot bigger than she is, after all. But she does her best to kind of get up to the front, and she reaches the altar and declares herself. I am Mixie the Gnome, and I will serve Lycus for my freedom.
And feel free to describe your character at this point as you're stepped into underneath the bright moonlight and the light of the altar.
Okay. Mixie is obviously a gnome. She has like very long pink eyebrows and pink hair that kind of sticks up like a troll doll. But it's got like lighter and darker streaks of pink throughout it. She's wearing like it's a vest, and then there's a shirt with a collar underneath it, and just kind of standard trousers and combat boots. She looks like she's trying way too hard to be punk rock.
I love her.
Love it. Whoever wants to go next can step forward. Introduce thyself.
I suppose I will go. I'll stand up and just like 4 heavy footsteps up to the altar as my chainmail kind of rustles around, and I'll say, I am Volvac Fearshout. I will serve Lycus to find my new clan. And Volvac is a Goliath. He has dark gray skin. It kind of lightens up around his eyes, kind of giving them they kind of sink into his face a little bit. As I said previously, he has like these bright yellow eyes that have lost their pupil at some point. He's wearing deep gray chainmail with kind of jagged edges, and on his back he has a giant gemstone great axe. It's kind of it has 2 like half moon blades, and it's not like really cut. It's just kind of rough, kind of left like the gem, and it's kind of tied onto a very loose handle. And that's what I got.
Nice. Next, step forward, please.
Do you want to go?
Oh, I mean, sure. If you want, I'll go and trot up ahead. Vel is about 5'6", pretty strong. Shifter with very wolf-like features. So they've got like bright blue, sort of like husky or wolf-looking eyes. Like they're just very kind of bright and piercing. Her skin is like very tan from being out in the sun a lot, and they're wearing just very simple clothing of like plain browns and like russet reds with lots of like fur and pelt trimmings. No armor or anything. And their feet are totally bare, so they've got like kind of like clawed looking, like still human-y feet, but like you can tell like they're sort of starting to like edge towards like a canine look.
Okay.
I'll go, oh, hi, my name is Velvella. You all can call me Vel though, and it's just so nice to be here and doing whatever we can in our great lord's name.
Yeah, a wicked smile comes across Shen's very blank, featureless face. You can see the firelight kind of hitting this gaunt gray face underneath the hood, and these just pure white quicksilver eyes, no pupils, much like Volvac's peer out. Our lord appreciates such enthusiasm. Now, our final member joining us tonight. Lycus does not like to be kept waiting.
No, I understand. I will come up. And he kind of just slowly walks up the stairs and turns around. Rayo is a Winter Eladrin elf. His skin is kind of like a blue-gray. His hair, which kind of comes down over his eyes, almost like the emo sort of like swoosh, is like a darker cyan, like turquoise. And his clothing, he wears a long black jacket with the collar kind of turned up, and he's got a black scarf that kind of wraps around and goes down. His breeches are just brown, his boots are brown, and he wears like a beige shirt with a green striped vest on it. He's got a rapier at his side. Yes, so my name is Rayo de Dolorosa. I'm here for the free bagels.
Is this the part where we tell him we only eat meat at these things?
I'm kidding, and I have much better hearing than you might think. I'm here, obviously, for the Lycus. and to do the things that the Lycus needs.
And aid our Lord, ye shall.
Yes, that is definitely what I was saying. And he kind of edges towards over where Vel is.
Well, please, everyone, after we conclude, please be sure to welcome them to our humble Scarlet Moon chapter. Now, why our luminous and wise Lord has brought you here? It would appear one of our own has seemed to strayed from the path. The Countess Dirmela Aconite has not made contact with myself or our people for some time. And this is worrisome to us, for our Lord has many secrets. And if his machinations became known, it would jeopardize our purpose. So you four, go to Arnica, where the Countess resides, and find out what treason she plans there.
Should we try to bring her back with us or anything like that? Or do you just want us to find out what's going on?
Answer shall suffice for now.
Oh,
Okay.
good. An unsupervised field trip right off the bat. Well, I suppose we'll do what we can do and get whatever answers you may require.
And your rewards will be great, and our Lord will smile upon thee.
An unsupervised field trip. Please don't trivialize the errands our Lord sends us on.
Kid, I trivialize just about everything in life. It's the only way to get by sometimes.
Mixie does not like being called a kid. She looks extremely angry, and you can kind of see like this, like not a glow, but it's like darkness just coming off of her, and she is not happy with that.
All right. Well, a little bit of a word to slip out of the old lexicon. Understood. Force of habit. I call everybody kid, except for probably the big man over there. I have a feeling he would crush my head if I tried. See? We're on the same page, him and I.
I will turn
As
to
followers of
Shen.
Lycus. Sorry.
Okay.
No, you're good. I'll turn to Shen and say, "Don't worry, I will be the supervisor. Come on."
I'm glad that I have some that I can depend on for you group to cooperate.
Oh, we'll get all the answers you need, don't you worry.
I'll not be far behind. When you're done, meet me at the Grumpy Goose Clubhouse. Password Swordfish.
Understood.
Of course it is.
Now, I believe that will conclude our meeting for tonight. Rest up, everyone, for the Lord Lycus's purpose requires us at our full strength.
All right. So
Okay.
are we long rested?
I mean, sure. I mean, you can go
Okay.
back into town, go stay at the inn.
How far are we from the city we need to get to?
Like 2.5 days travel, which will just kind of.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So like, okay. Well, I mean, do we could start heading out like right from tonight if you all want it, or we could wait till tomorrow. I'm up for whatever.
I say we get a start.
Whatever needs to be done, I suppose.
What do you think, Mixie?
I think leaving tonight would work. We've got a bright moon to lead our way.
Oh yeah, it is really nice out. Okay, so we can just head out on the road from here I'll like just start walking off, and then probably need to like go and walk in the other direction.
You go to walk it, and then a werewolf like stops you.
I'll look back to my axe over my shoulder. Not worthy.
Shen, are you sure these are the ones? Are you sure these are the ones to do it? I do. As you're walking away, roll me a perception check if you so desire. You want to look at Shen.
2.
Nope.
12.
7.
10.
Shen fades away into the darkness, and nothing special happens. So you begin traveling through the forest. So you travel through the dense forest of mists, which is aptly named because as the morning light begins to touch the land, as it turns to a warm day, a fine mist blankets the forest. But you traveled through these winding paths beyond the gnarled trees, and after about a day's worth of travel, you find yourself in the rolling hills of the Ascension Valley. You continue to traverse the calm rolling hills, and eventually this gives way to a road. And the road is pretty busy. It's being well traveled. There's minstrels and merchants and all kinds of people traveling the road. And if anyone asks what's going on the road, answers will be, well, the Dance of Spring Festival is going to be happening in Arnica. It's a big deal. Didn't you know? And it's going to be a party.
Are we gonna run into our other characters? Please say yes.
I'm gonna kill my character.
So,
For some reason, Mixie has a strong desire to go see the joust.
eventually, this group will be met with the much welcome sight of the city of Arnica. You pass. It's a bit of a crowd to get in through the gate. It's like you got to queue up, wait to get into the gate because a ton of people are trying to pass through. And you eventually reach the front gate, and there's a few guards. All right. Don't push. No need to shove. All right. Welcome to Arnica. Where are you headed?
Oh, we're
here.
yeah, we got a business here with the festival, right? Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You and everybody else coming in the town. Can I point you in the right direction? We're trying to keep things moving smoothly here.
No. And
All right.
just walk
All right, suit yourself then. Enjoy Arnica. Enjoy the Dance Spring Festival. Have a springin' good time. And the other guard looks over.
I will give a gold to the guard that looks pissed.
Thank you.
I'm just like, oh yeah, you too there.
Alrighty. Let me.
Oh, springing good time. I like that. I see what he did there.
Oh, jeez. No. So you walk through Arnica. You pass smaller homesteads and orchards on one side, and you see so many of these stone, brick, and clay buildings stretching into the sky. Stone walls hug the city in their protective arms. You enter through this large gate into the glorious archway. 13 stars are etched into the stone on the archway around this large gate. And in this city, there's the beckoning humdrum of just people everywhere. My notes call you the werebabies. I'm not really sure why.
That's amazing. And canon now.
The werebabies. The werebabies enter the town. It's slow to kind of move on the paths and roads at first, but you're able to shoulder your way into like a little bit of an opening. And it's a sight to behold here. You spend so much time in the forested town of Agardine. The cobbled roads give way to buildings and alleys. Every house is adorned with floral decorations, and stalls are lined up along the street.
I just could not hear the name. What was the name of the countess that we are looking for?
Countess Dermella Aconite.
Dermella Aconite. That's a fantasy name, all right.
Do you think that the Countess will be participating in all this revelry?
Oh, maybe if she's trying to hide from us or anything like that, though, I don't know if she'll be so easy to find.
We should chop her in half.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find her
No.
house first and see what we can see from there.
You know, answers are much easier to get if she's in one piece.
Shen said they just wanted answers for now, at least. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to, like, you know, go cutting somebody in half that, like, maybe Lycus wanted to cut in half himself.
This
That'd
is
be
true.
rude.
You're right. Citrine, what do you think? And I'll look back at my axe.
The axe hums.
All right, we chop her in half. You got it.
Maybe don't take advice from your axe when we have a mission from Lycus.
Not worthy.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that, friend.
That is a cool looking axe you got there, though.
Thanks.
Kovac is like essentially Thor, and I love it.
So have any of your characters ever been to Arnica in the past?
Yeah.
I
I'll
have,
say yes.
I have a feeling this is probably where Mixie was created.
Mixie may have been created further west.
Further west? Okay.
Mixie could have been here at some point while running from her creators.
Okay. Then yeah. She's probably passed through.
Okay. Then you two give me history checks.
$21.
15.
Has Rayo been to Arnica before? I didn't hear
Yes.
if you answered that. Okay.
Yeah, he said yeah.
I didn't hear that, so sorry.
I got a dirty one because it's a 2 minus 1.
Nice.
Yikes.
Oof.
I am very smart.
Mixie and Rayo, you've spent some time in Arnica before, probably maybe enjoyed some of what it had to offer. You know that right now you're between the Orchard District and Stars Hope District. You're going to have to go by the temple, the Grand Temple, and most nobles in this town reside in the University District. That's where the money's at.
All right, well, we're probably not going to find her by the food vendors, so let's head to where the money lies. As he's saying that, Rayo is definitely going to be trying to steal food from the vendors.
Give me sleight of hand then.
I'm sorry.
Do it.
Who let Gray in?
And Ray's just gonna throw it on the floor afterwards, though.
That is an 18.
You're able to swipe some deep fried buns and funnel cake type stuff. They have that. This is a fantasy world. You're able-
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake with the powdered sugar. You swipe some from an unsuspecting halfling walking by with their little cart.
And I'm just going to break it up and pass it to the rest of them.
Oh, thank you. I definitely eat it, and there's probably like powdered sugar all over my like fur.
Oh yeah,
Powdered.
powdered sugar. There are a lot of people. You're kind of shouldering your way through the crowds here. You eventually walk past the temple district, the Grand Temple, this massive temple. It's a sight to behold, but it's not really any of your concern. That's a temple of the false gods, after all.
Nerds.
You walk by in between on the main street between the market district, many stalls and warehouses seen here. And on the right is the temple park, a large field and area with green grass, and looks like they're setting up a jousting banister. Is it at this point? 1, 2, Vovac. You're walking along, and then out of nowhere, whomp, you feel something run into your leg.
Mistake. And I'll look
You
down
look
to see
down.
what it is.
You look down and see a very excited young halfling wearing oversized armor and being trailed by a white tiefling and a white dragonborn.
I'll stand up to my full 7'5", and I'll be like, "Apology owed."
Oh yeah.
I would feel like it's safe to say that Nettle is starstruck.
Look,
So big, so
Look.
strong.
listen, kid. Just say sorry and move along. My friend doesn't really like people.
Nettle like bows profusely. Sorry, and runs away.
See,
Oh, I like your skirt there.
if only everyone was that cooperative.
The dragonborn and the tiefling pass by. The dragonborn's like so sorry about her.
I want to cut him in half.
and
Roll
gives everyone a piece of candy.
I eat it.
Oh.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah, I totally ate it, but happily.
I give mine to Vel.
I ate it too. Like with the wrapper still on, if there is one.
Of course, right? So you're walking through, and you're past this area, and you're looking at various manors and estates now. And they all look the same. It's all rich people homes. And like guards are walking by, and there's finely dressed folks also going to various manors and estates.
Rayo's gonna try to pickpocket somebody for some coin. Because that's what he does. That is a 11. He doesn't do it very well, apparently.
You go to swipe the coin purse on what you believe to be an unsuspecting aristocratic lady, and she slaps your hand, and she's like, "How dare you? I should turn you into the city god."
Oh, no, my dear, you have no idea what I was about to do. There was a little
Don't
bit of
my dear me, Mr. Silver Tongue Creep. You're nothing but just a goon. Why don't you get over to the market district or Stars Hope where you belong?
Well, first of all, that's very rude. Second of all...
You're the rude one. You tried to grab my coin purse. Guards! Guards, I will not stand for another moment of this. And these armored guards walk forward. Yeah, you got a problem here, lady. He tried to steal my coin purse.
Now, she has no proof of that. There was, and I pick up this little bug from my breeches. There was this bug on her coin purse. I was just trying to swat it away because a lady like that should not have bugs on her person.
Deception check, please. Is everyone else just kind of watching this scene?
I'm laughing.
Mixie is preparing to attack if needed.
If need be.
But hoping that Rayo can just get himself out of this situation.
That's a 16.
All right. Look, ladies, Nizfigget, if these creeps are giving you trouble, just let us know. We'll just hey, look, if you're gonna try and hit on the lady, maybe don't sneak up on her. Now get out of here. All right, lady, we'll escort you to where you need to be.
Your advice is heartily recepted, friend. Have a wonderful day.
And she turns around and she's like,
Well, I've had better days, I've had worse days. Shall we continue?
Oh yeah, I mean, we gotta find this here countess. I don't think that was her though.
I hope not, because then I might let Volvac cut her in half.
No, I think that name was something else. Do any of the like estates that were around, like I don't know, like do they have like house names or something displayed? Any convenient mailboxes? That's like...
No convenient mailboxes.
Welcome to the Aconite estate.
But there are names
Take your shoes off.
On the estates. There are some fancy signs. Of course, they're like super ornate, trellisy, and got statues and things in front of them. Little fountains that squirt like wee, side to side. And you pass by one that says the Ventura Estate. But then you're still across from the park, and you see this wondrous manor.
Wondrous, eh?
All right. Where is it? Before you, standing tall amidst a well-kept lawn, gardens, and beautiful paths, is a fine manor building. The walls are constructed of a freshly cleaned light brick with an orangish roof. Beyond large walls and the framing of lush green curtains can be seen guests enjoying themselves at a rather fancy affair. Children run laps around a fountain on the front lawn, and finely dressed individuals mill about outside the manor, and some of them lining up, and others and you see like at the front double doors of this place, finely dressed individuals, probably aristocrats, well-to-do merchants, and what have yous, being let into this party. The sign outside says the Aconite Estate.
Well, we found it. Now we have to figure out how to get in.
Cut our way through.
That's fair.
Or
But
maybe sneaking in might be a better way to go.
Yeah, this would cause least amount of trouble to sneak in.
I tend to agree with my friend here. We need to be a little bit more smart about this, I think.
I mean, I can help us be a little bit better at sneaking if we need to, but we should try to maybe take a look around, see if there's a way in or anything like that. I bet we could get in there, maybe find some, like, I don't know, notes or papers or something.
Alex,
Yes.
does it look like there are, like, serving people running around outside of the building, or...
Yes, there are some servants bringing guests hors d'oeuvres and what have yous, and drinks and things as they mill about outside. And you do notice that some of them do come from the western side of the building. There's a door. It looks like there might be a door there, but you can't really see beyond like some of the lush garden.
I would like to hide in a bush and
Alright.
attack one of the attack one of the servants and steal their clothes.
All right, so you're gonna have to go through the gates of the estate, go through the garden, and hide in a bush in front of this whole party.
Yes.
All right, give me a stealth check first. Like you're gonna like walk in and then just be like bush time.
Are you, like, explaining what you're doing, or is Mixie just, like, going off to do this?
I'll explain what I'm gonna try to do. But I'll point out that there are like a lot of servants milling about, and probably the easiest way for us to get in would be to pass as servants.
Oh, that could work. I don't know how many people would want me serving their food. I like just sort of gesture at my like furriness. But
I'm not entirely sure we can trust the big guy as a servant of anyone other than Lycus.
I'll
We
find my
can,
own way. Are there guards? Did we say that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's guards. There's guards posted up all over the place here.
Okay.
I got a
Uh-huh.
13.
So you go to jump into the bush and you hear, "Oi, lady!"
Yes?
You see this tabaxi standing next to the bush. He has like dark fur and he's got stripes and brown mixing in together. He wears like a floppy cap and just some kind of like really too tight doublet that's definitely like, making the fur pop up outside of the collar and outside of the
Oh, we're in
cuffs.
cats. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe I should have asked this before. How wide are the bars in the gate?
It's a brick. You mean well, the front gate's open, but the wall's made of bricks.
Ah, okay.
Oi, miss, did you fall in there?
Yes.
Let old Darvin help you out of there.
Old Darvin.
Damn sleeves. You see like this paw reach in, and you see this little mitt, fuzzy mitt beckoning you.
Small fuzzy mitt.
Small fuzzy mitt, about blossom sized.
She'll reach up. How am I like in plain view right now?
Yes, you're like you went for the nearest duck-shaped bush, and it did not go according to plan.
Thank you for helping me up.
Oh yeah,
Brush
of course.
myself off.
The name is Darvin Katuja, servant of the Countess Aconite, at your service. And what's your name, miss?
My name is MX1, and I am here as a tinkerer to fix the table.
Deception check, please.
The table.
The table.
That one table.
You know the one.
What'd you get?
16.
So Darvin's kind of like, they never say nothing about table. But hey, you know what? The plumbing's backed up. Is you with the plumber?
Yeah, I am licensed for that as well.
Can I see your paperwork, ma'am?
Yeah, 1 second. And she'll like pat herself down, like, you know, when you can't find your keys. She's like, shit. I don't have it on me.
You know, like, the old counties don't like it if I just let strangers in here. And, you know, I'll tell you what, I'll let it slide this one time.
She'll thank you once her plumbing works well again. I promise.
Okay, well, here, I'll take you in through the side entrance. You know, they don't want to see a grubby plumber walking into the main party area.
Message. I'm in.
Who do you message?
Vel?
We'll be right in behind you, and I'll drop 2 key points for Pass Without Trace, and just be like, let's go and follow as best we can.
All right, I'll stealth as well.
All right, you two are stealthing. Vovak, what's your plan
I'm
here?
walking right past the guards without saying a word.
So you're just blowing by the whole line.
Hey,
Yep.
just
You have a
you
plus
belong.
10 to your stealth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just
So-
walking right in, seeing what happens.
So,
On second thought, maybe I should have waited for Vel to do this before I jumped in.
maybe.
The
Maybe.
28 stealth for Val.
32.
Oif.
Are we just hiding behind Vovek?
Yeah, you guys.
Just like acting along behind him as you know.
Y'all are kind of walking behind Vovak, and then you like duck into a bigger, better bush that's shaped like a badger instead of a duck. And then there's Vovak just blowing by the whole line, and there's these 2 Warforged guards standing outside of the Aconite estate. On their chest, they have like painted shoddily, like not shoddily, they have well-painted blue wolves on their chest. They wear these elegant green cloaks over their shoulders, and they cross their halberds together. Whoa, 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 beep, boop, beep. Excuse me.
That's why.
Get in line like the rest of them.
I have urgent business.
He says he's got urgent business. What's your urgent business, mister?
I bring grim news from the Valorian clan. I am Vovak Fearshout, first of my name, and I need to be let through immediately.
Can't you see there's a party going on? Can't it wait till after?
Not unless you want this entire place to be gone by the time the party is over.
Well, why would that be?
Well, there's a bunch of bad guys, and now the Vovak's like, okay, he's kind of losing his bravado a little bit. He's like, I didn't think I'd have to get this far.
Oh, a bunch of bad guys. Oh, yo, and one of the servants is walking by. I don't buy it. You got walls around the whole fucking city, mate. Hey, watch the language in front of the guests.
All right, fine, I'll find another way. And I say this out loud and just turn around.
They look at each other, just shrug a little bit.
Oh my
All right,
God.
and next, and your name, and you hear, oh, you're on the list. Okay. So you two are stealthing. You're
Hiding in a badger.
hiding in a green badger. And you see that Mixie's brought into the servants' entrance on the side of the building.
Well,
Now,
should we follow or stay with Vovak? I don't know which way to go right now.
Well, I would say that Vovak's probably able to handle himself. I'm more worried about the pink one.
Oh, you know, if nothing else, maybe Vovak being belligerent out here will be a good distraction.
I always knew I liked you for a reason. You have a good head on your shoulders.
Oh, I like you too, and I like punch him in the shoulder like way too hard. Just like the bush shakes a little bit.
So I would say we're gonna also, or Rayo's gonna follow.
all right.
Mixie stealthily.
Yeah,
So-
I'll keep going too.
So Darvin's walking with Mixie, gets keys out, opens the servant's entrance. Oi, so then the master says, I need you to keep these weird puppies out in the stable. You know, we haven't used the stable in a while. We haven't needed horses because we just pay people for this around town. So now we got these weird puppies in the stable, and they've been having me have to look after them. Let me tell you, they snip and snap and bite sometimes.
What kind of puppies?
Oh, I don't know. They're really scruffy looking, mongrelish.
Well, maybe I should see if there are any repairs you need in there as well.
Oh, we can take you by there after we get done with the old cider, right?
Nah, that's fair.
All right, follow me now. And
Okay.
so you've got like a few second window, Vel and Rayo, to like get into the door before it like closes, because Darvin's being careless and is, you know, complaining about his boss. Like that's.
I will zip right in there with my 55 feet of movement.
So Val, you're just gotta go fast. You're able to like slide into the door.
Yep. Rayo's following at a slower 30 feet.
Give me an athletics check to try and beat the door closed.
Can I do acrobatics instead?
Sure.
16.
So you're about, like, the door's about to close, and Vel kind of like punts it a little bit open for you, and you're able to. I'm in. We'll go back to Vovak, who is kind of just walking around out front, and people are just kind of.
Split the party.
I'm talking to my axe, just like, well, I didn't know that they'd get in so easy, and I'm just gonna try to time it right, where somebody's walking up to the guards, and I'm gonna try to bend the bars and sneak in through the side.
Well, okay, so you're like in the front garden, so like you're with guests and stuff, and you're kind of like on the front porch, right?
Oh, got it. Sweet.
So do you want to like kind of maybe look around the rest of the place?
Yeah,
maybe
I didn't know I was inside. Sorry. Yeah.
So there's that side entrance that your friends went into. You do see like the gates and the fence of the stable, and on the other side you see like the garden becomes sort of like a hedge maze. And like it's just this overgrown lush, well, not overgrown, well, this is just lush, it's very grown with plants and whatnot. Maybe that could be the place to slip into.
I'll go that way. I'm gonna try my best to mingle as I walk like a foot taller through most people and just be like, great party, yep, happy summer something, and I'll just keep walking.
It's Dance of Spring, but okay.
That's the one, yep.
You bump into this rather scrawny looking noble. Excuse you, sir. Where do you think you're going? Swishing a little martini glass around.
I was coming over to ask where you got this nice alcoholic beverage. I was looking for some.
Well, first of all, the name is Sir Bernard Chaffner. You have to pay me the proper due respect. And what is your name, sir?
You want me to pay you? I'll get it out
What's
my
your name?
pouch.
No. You're at a party. The drinks are provided. Open bar. Oh, are you a newly appointed knight, sir?
Yes. Everything's coming up Vovak, I think, in my head.
Sir Vovak, well, that is a strong. Well, you follow me, my friend, and I will get you a drink in your big old mitts in no time.
Yep, that's why I came over.
So, like, the guards at first were like, oh wait, we can't just let this guy walk back here. But then they like, once they see that you're talking to this noble and then, you know, the I know a guy type thing, like, I know this guy, they're kind of like, oh, he's with you, okay.
I walk by them with my chin up and kind of do like a fake flinch at one of the guards.
Roll an intimidation check.
You guys work off a commission, right?
24, 23.
All right, so back to the other side of things. So y'all are going to be on opposite sides of this building.
I'll figure it out.
Mixie, Darvin's still kind of like, so, where you from, Mixie?
I'm, well, you know, as most gnomes, we're from out west.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, well, here we are. Kind of opens the door, and there's this clogged, gross toilet.
Tinkerer's tools proficiency check.
Yes.
What do I add to that?
Intelligence, I believe.
Intelligence and my proficiency?
Are you proficient with Tinker Tools?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you'd add your proficiency bonus to that too. Oh yeah, you are a rock gnome.
I am a rock gnome.
Punk rock gnome.
Punk rock.
Best sub
I
race.
think that's a 3.
Yeah, your
No,
proficiency.
not a 3. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well, proficiency bonus is 3.
Yeah,
so-
at level 6 it's 3.
So 13.
So you're kind of working with the toilet, and it's just like it's just ugh. And Darvin's just kind of like, "Oi, so you ever work for any weirdos ever?"
Mixie's like holding herself back from being like, yeah, right now.
Can
Read the room, buddy.
can Rayo and Vel see what's going on?
Yeah, you probably watched Mixie get led to this bathroom, but then they turned into the bathroom, like the door closed behind them. So if you're gonna want to listen in, you're gonna have to get closer.
I was gonna try to. I was thinking about sneaking in there and knocking him out.
All
Because
right.
We don't need this.
We'll let the conversation happen a little more.
Okay. Yeah, but through gritted teeth, Mixie just says, it's not a gnome's job to judge the people they serve. Like she's like almost choking on each word. She hates this.
Look, I don't like serving Countess Aconite either. She makes me watch weird puppies. She makes weird noises at night. She also just is up really late, and it really bothered,
Weird noises at night.
yeah, sounds like there's dogs fighting. And, me being a tabaxi, I ain't a big fan of big old doggos,
Rather odd.
Yes, so,
Does it sound like she's making these? Like she's trying to talk to dogs?
yeah, I don't know what she's doing in her bedroom at night, but let's just say, old Count Aconite hasn't been around for a while, so whoever she's bringing around, she has been bringing some real weirdos around, real grim type, they got these like little clinky bottles. Ugh, I saw one once and gave me the wrong jimmies.
How's my progress on the toilet?
The toilet's almost done. This is when Rayo, you can just bust in and knock this guy out if you want.
I want to sneakily do it.
All right, so stealth check.
Do I still have the?
Assist in the knockout attempt.
Yeah, you'll still have pass without trace.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my stealth is a 38.
So yeah, you're gonna open the door quietly. Just
I'm just slipping a dagger. I don't want to kill him. I just want to hit him with the blunt end of it. Knock
Okay.
him out.
You could probably grab you could reach into the tool bag of Mixie, grab a mallet, just go ahead and roll a sneak attack,
I was gonna use the blunt end of my dagger.
whichever works. I didn't know how that would lose or
Like the pommel.
Just the
Yeah.
pommel of it.
Okay.
So that is a 26 to hit.
so you just slumps down.
That would. The funny thing is with the subclass, that was a crit because he had no idea.
Yeah, Darvin didn't see. You're John Cena. Darvin didn't see you coming. Darvin goes down with a thud. You prevent the thud from happening, and you just kind of lay him down. And Mixie, you're finishing up the just as this happens.
I don't get paid enough for this.
We're not getting paid at all.
Yeah,
I'll-
exactly.
I'll flip Mixie a few coins.
Thanks.
Well,
No.
you got to get paid for getting your hands dirty. That's the way it works.
Well, he was giving me some good information.
Oh, really? I thought he was just kind of being a weird tabaxi.
They're all weird.
What area of the house are we in? Does it seem like we're near bedrooms or
You're-
studies or anything?
You're probably in the servants' quarters right now.
Okay.
There's there's kind of a long winding hallway, and you're in the bathroom. There's a staircase here. There is a staircase, and the hallway winds about, and you could also probably get to the stables from here too. But you do have to be careful poking around because servants are just going back and forth, but they're not really paying attention to who's back here because they're trying to manage this party at the same time.
We're in the servants' quarters. Can we find any spare servant uniforms while we're here?
So you're poking around. You go into one of the bedrooms. No one's sleeping right now. Big party's going on. They can't be resting. Lord, the Countess Aconite will not have any of this. And you're able to find a few spare servants' uniforms that you can slip into and wear.
Oh, well, I mean, just on the off chance we draw any attention, maybe it'll make people think twice before they bug us while we're snooping around. I'll just get
That's
changed.
All right.
I like to think it's whatever uniform I put on is like a little too small because
that's all of it.
kind of jacked. So like, if I flex, I'm gonna like Hulk out of the uniform. It'll be great.
Can I try to alter their uniform a bit with my disguise kit?
Sure. What do you want to do? I'm just
kind of letting it out a little bit, just really fast.
Sure.
The seamstress in me says that's not possible.
Yes, but this is Dungeons and Dragons, so.
But a gnome just fixed the toilet.
Proficiency with a weaver's kit tool says.
But the GM says a gnome just fixed a toilet, so.
That's not how seams work.
Mixie, you wouldn't really have to put on a servant's uniform if you're like pretending to be a contractor gnome because.
Yeah. I'll just keep with the contractor vibe.
with the
we
plaid.
hide the body.
Yeah.
we stash it in a closet.
I was gonna say we prop it up on the toilet.
That's a great idea.
So you're gonna just prop up poor Darvin Katuja's body on this toilet. We're gonna go back to the other side of the manor. Vovek, you're in this lush garden. There's brick-laid paths, little fountains and little ponds and streams running along. In the distance, you see some people partaking in some sort of gold egg hunt. All these other nobles are kind of watching. They're like, oh, look at these goofs. Oh, look at the little, isn't that little, look at that redheaded lass. Isn't she just precious? And you're walking around with this dorky knight guy, this dorky noble knight guy, and he's just like, so Mr. Vovek, what is the most fearsome enemy you've ever fought? Hey, get this man a drink, and like Diet Coke. You have a drink in your hand at the moment someone says, he mentions getting a. I'm just picturing.
What he drinks? I'm curious now.
It's gotta be.
This isn't diet. Cuts in half.
I can just picture Vovek like holding like a little martini glass like this.
Yeah.
Martini.
I fought some werewolves once.
Countess Aconite's big on werewolves too.
You know where she is? I'd love to ask her about it.
Oh, she's right here in the party. Come on, follow me.
Thanks, Bernard. I knew I could count on you.
Old Barney can take care of you. And of course, this drink is like 2 sips, and you'll need another. Oh, that's righteous.
Thanks, Bernie.
So you're led onto like this wooden elevated porch, and then you come in through this back game room. There's a bear rug on the ground. Various wolf heads dot the wall in here. This is kind of like the trophy room. Some guests mill about in here. They're eating little shrimps and drinking fancy little drinks. And you are led through a small hallway, but then immediately enter this magnificent room. It is the pinnacle of fanciness. This is the great hall of the manor. It has a fine marble tile. It's white and gray, flecked with gray. It's almost slick under your feet. 2 large tables flank both sides of this room, set for meals as guests sit and eat. Other people take up space dancing to a troupe of bards playing music on a stage on the end of the room that you entered. And also on this stage is a meal table for the owner of the house. And you see a middle-aged woman. She has dark auburn hair. She's dressed in a fine green dress, kind of sitting there watching the party happening. And Bernard, there she is up there, if you want to go say hello.
Are there like, sorry, are there like a lot of people mingling, or is it very
yes.
like, okay.
and it's noisy. So that the things that go bump, like Rayo knocking out cat servants.
Got it.
If you're not being seen doing it, the idea here is Vovak would probably be able to pick up like, okay, if we get in a scuffle, we might be able to get away with it.
Okay, cool. I'll be like, thanks, Bernard. You've been most helpful, and I'm gonna try to ditch him in the crowd. ASAP.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check as you go to ditch Bernard.
Technically, he would also have Pass Without Trace.
He does. This is true.
So funny.
It's up for an hour.
19.
Vovak, where'd you go? Oh, you know, some lass or some strapping lad probably got his attention.
I'm just gonna kind of duck through the crowd.
Doing your best to duck.
I love the visual of this giant Goliath.
I'm gonna whisper to my axe, okay, this worked way too well. I don't know where those other 3 are, but I don't think we should leave me alone in here.
I don't think we should leave you alone in here either.
Yeah.
I want to chop them all to pieces.
I know, I feel it. Okay.
Bloodlust growing.
Okay, were there guards into this, like, area?
There's some guards, but they're like on the walls. They're like chaperoning the noble dance.
Okay, so if I left, I could get back in without having to, like, punch a guard in the face?
You're not gonna. You're in the party. Half the battle's over. You're in the party.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'll get some air and kind of watch Bernard walk by, and then I'll make a break for the door.
Which door? So you have a few doors.
Oh,
you have
nice.
2 doors on the opposite side of the room you came in. 2 doors on the side you came in. Those are probably go into the hallway that you entered through.
Mhm.
You have a door to the east and a door to the west.
Well, shit.
A guard stands in front of the door to the west because there's like a curtain over it.
Got it. Well, I will go to the east and try to find the other 3.
All right, we'll get back to you, Vovak. I can't believe we've already split the party.
That was the first thing we did.
Literally the first thing.
So Mixie, Vel, Rayo, you're in the servant quarters. Other servants are like, out of the way, and like one of them tosses you a tray. Go serve people.
Yeah, go serve people.
I just take it and keep going.
There's
Is there anything good on it that we could like?
cocktail shrimp, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, I will totally be like finishing anybody's like food too. If it's like, you know, like people putting like half-eaten like cocktail napkins or whatever. I'm like, ooh.
Heck yes. So from here, there are like little signs to guide the servants who aren't as good of memory as others.
Oh, hi.
So you can head to the stables. There's also the servant break room, the kitchen, and again there is that staircase by where you entered, by like right next to the bathroom.
Oh, I think the staircase might be our best way to at least get away from the main comings and goings of everybody here. I think we need to try to find some kind of a study or a bedroom or something, see if we can find some like letters or communications or something like that.
Well,
Shen wanted information.
actually, I was told by that bothersome guard. He was quite the blabbermouth, and he did tell me quite a few things.
The servant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
sorry, the guy that led me to the bathroom.
Ah, okay.
He said there's some weird dogs.
Oh,
in
I
the
like
stables.
dogs.
I don't think they're actually dogs. I think we should go check it out.
Oh, does anyone else have a feeling that we shouldn't have left Vovak by himself?
Well, I don't hear anybody screaming bloody murder yet, so.
You do as you get closer down the hall more, you do hear the party. You hear music and dancing and people talking. It's just indiscriminate, just humdrum. Just smash cut to Vovak just doing the the fist bump, kicking the leg and tandem dance.
Hey, Mixie, can you do that handy brain talking thing you did to me earlier to let Vovak know where we are and where we're going?
Ah, good idea. Message to Vovak. We're going to the stables.
Tell him there's puppies.
There's puppies.
Puppies.
Do I hear this? Am I close enough?
Oh, hold on. Let me.
I like to imagine that message is still totally like when you're on the phone and you can hear other people like yelling. Like,
Yeah.
ask him what time.
Oh man, so you have to like, so it's you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
Oh, rip.
So you're gonna just be like pointing. It's got a long range. You could probably hit Vovak.
We know
So
where the party is.
yeah, and it's 3 feet of wood. These walls aren't exactly like, you know,
Okay.
these. So like you can get a message out through these walls.
Okay.
Yeah, so as long as you know who you're messaging, like so Vovak, as you're about to enter this room, you hear Mixie's voice. We're heading to the stables.
I'll meet you there.
So y'all head towards the stables, and you pass through another little break room of sorts, and then you're outside in the stables. They're closed up, and you just hear.
Oh boy.
Oh, that sounds like the weird doggies.
Yeah.
Are there like any windows or other openings besides the doors? I'll like start going around like the perimeter just to see if there's a way in that's not for the stables.
You could take a ladder up to a loft, where they would like a hayloft.
Yeah, I'll go scout that out, see what's going on.
All right, you climb the ladder, and you kind of like jump into the. I mean, it's a ladder, so.
Oh yeah,
like...
no, I was just curious, like just
Oh.
thinking. That was sorry, should have been in my head.
No, you're fine. You get into the hayloft, your feet rustling in the hay, and you look down and you see these. Those aren't dogs.
Oh, those
Those
are
are-
weird dogs.
Those are some weird dogs because those look like werewolves.
That's what I was thinking it would be.
I like to think that Mixie says that out loud.
And
Yep,
the
pretty
thing,
much.
and the thing with the werewolves is they're like missing clumps of fur. There's like little bulges of like flesh on them.
Oh, do they look like sickly werewolves or something?
Something's not right with
Also,
them.
what do I know about werewolves?
Well, you're in a cult of Lycus, and
Yeah,
you are
that's why
a
I'm like-
shifter.
Like, would I be like, is it weird to like find a bunch of werewolves in daylight?
It's weird that a noble's got a stable full of werewolves.
Well, that I think
that's
even
a bit odd.
Val would pick up on.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, being a shifter, you would know, like, of your own origins,
Mhm.
that you were created by a certain organization of people that utilized werewolf essence, and, well, you can't get lycanthrope blood without lycanthropes. And you may be familiar with that process and how it goes, depending on who's told you what.
Okay.
These werewolves, you can definitely tell, have been messed with in some way.
Right. Oh well, I mean that just doesn't look quite right to me. What can I see from this point in the loft? Are they just like loose down in like the bottom?
Yeah,
of
they're
the
kind of
stable?
loose down there, just kind of like circling, scratching aggressively at themselves, biting at like fleas or whatever.
Do I see like any sign of like, I don't know, lab equipment or something? Like, does it look like whatever has been going on with these weird werewolves, these weird wolves,
These weird
has
wolves.
been going on here? Like, can I tell?
There's no lab equipment that you can see here.
Okay. All right. I'll sort of like go back and like poke my head out because I don't know if Mixie and Rayo followed me up the ladder or not.
Did Mixie and Rayo follow Vel up the ladder?
No,
Yeah.
Rayo would be keeping an eye out.
I'll like poke my head back out over like through the window or whatever and be like, oh yeah, there's some weird werewolfy looking things here, but something's not right with them.
All right, well, that's fascinating. We have a Goliath to find. Well, I think you already found him, didn't you? Because
I think he got messaged,
Rayo doesn't know a thing about that message. And we have the Countess we need to find. So maybe leave the puppies alone.
Maybe Shen said that Countess has not been replying to like messages and stuff. Maybe whatever experiments or something she was doing aren't going well, and she doesn't want to disappoint our lord.
Right, Lycus. Well, we should probably ask her face to face.
That seems reasonable.
Good. I'm
Smash
glad,
Smash cut.
Smash cut to Vovak. You got your message. You open the door and you enter a library
Oh God.
on the east side.
Noteworthy.
My natural enemy.
So there is party going on in this library. The mahogany colored wood of the floor and shelves show us this sizable library with bookshelves that reach a tall 2-story ceiling. This is a large library, especially for a private home. Tomes line the shelves and there's seating for reading, all taken up by guests, some sitting by a warm fire. Some of these guests marvel at this fantastic collection. There is a staircase on the side that does lead up to a balcony section, but this is roped off and is guarded on the ground floor by a rather menacing looking guard.
Oh my. Is there any other doors in this room?
There is a door that leads out to the porch to that garden that you came in through, and there is a door to the south here.
Okay. I'm just gonna be trying to make my way towards the stables, just trying to piece together a map in my small head.
So you open this door, you kind of shoulder by some guests, like, oh yes, great book.
Great.
And you enter a parlor room. There's like a little harpsichord in the corner. Someone's kind of like playing on. This is it's a carpeted room, and it's a bit quieter than the rest of the party. This is where some of the guests have come to catch respite from the party. There's some servants that are bringing them drinks and what have you. There's seating tables in here. And you see a painted portrait showing that auburn-haired woman that you saw, the Countess, with a beard, a man with a dark, striking beard and a fine shirt, as well as 3 children, a son and 2 daughters.
I will continue to push through.
So you can go back into the library. There's a door to the north that probably leads back to the Great Hall, and there's a door to the west. And then there's some nice windows that look out to that porch that you came in.
I'm going west, I guess.
So you've entered now. You see large double doors. This is probably the front of the building. You enter the main foyer. This room has similar marble to the room of the Great Hall. There are doorways to the north, the double doors to your south, and then to the west, but this door is also guarded. Guests move and mill about in this room, sipping fancy wines out of fine glasses. Servants are taking coats from those entering the manor and they're offering to take them to wherever they need to go. There's also a large staircase in the rear center of this room that leads up to a balcony section where guests are kind of leaning against the railing and looking down. And you kind of look like the lost wallflower of the party, like, I don't know where I'm going. A servant, you see a servant, you look lost. Can I help you?
I need to go to the stables.
Oh, are you trying to park your horse?
Yes.
Sure,
really working.
Follow me, and you're led to the door. You're led into the Great Hall again by the servant, and the guard lets you by with the servant who leads you to the servants' quarter and just reaches the back room. Right there, the door's out there. I gotta get back to work. Yeah, bye now.
Do I see Bernard?
You thought you saw Bernard for a second back in the Great Hall, but
shit.
Bernard is dancing with another man and looks like he's enjoying himself.
All right, I gotta get out of here before Bernard sees me, and I'm just gonna duck out.
So you smash cut back to the group who just looked at these werewolves, and Vovak, you open the door and there they are standing outside the barn.
Hey guys.
All right, where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I found the Countess.
Oh, good. Our large friend says he found the Countess. Perhaps we should go have a word or two.
And chop her in half. Good thinking.
Yes, sure.
No, information first, and maybe only chopping as a last resort. Maybe we'll get to come back and chop her in half after we get the information.
Look, maybe if she doesn't tell us what we want to know, instead of chopping her in half, you can start with smaller pieces. That way she can give the information and you can still work out your fetish or whatever.
Now we're talking.
We don't judge.
No.
I don't know. I totally judge.
Not worthy.
Well, you shouldn't, because it's a bad thing.
So
We're
as
good people.
as you're all talking outside, the the stable doors start rattling violently,
Oh,
and you
that'll
hear
be the
snarling.
Got some drugs.
If it weren't for all the mange.
So we let him out.
Yes. No.
No.
Wait, no.
We're all like, yes, wait.
Maybe not a good idea.
Maybe if we need to make a getaway.
Oh, that would be a really good distraction there. So what do we still need to actually find out some information? Should we go back into the house and try to find something, or should we can go and try to talk to the countess herself, I guess?
I made a friend named Bernard, and he said that she was super interested in werewolves, so it checks out.
Well, that's very sweet. I'm glad you made a friend.
Yeah, he sucks. I say we
A lot.
snoop around her room or something.
Well, hey, if you feel like you absolutely have to cut someone in half, start with Bernard and work your way up.
No, he sucks. It's like a term of endearment. He sucks.
Oh,
You're a strange
you
man, and
sucks too.
I don't understand you.
That's like the highest compliment from me.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
you suck. So,
Suck real bad then.
yeah.
All right, what are we doing?
Right.
I say we find her bedroom, we find some letters, and
I think that's a good way. We can
Yeah.
always try to talk to her if we can't find anything. I'm a little afraid if we try to talk to her, she's gonna like start a whole hoopla. Because she's probably not, returning Shen's messages for like reasons.
yeah, I feel like that's the last case, maybe.
Okay, well, back into the house. And if it has been under an hour, we do still have Pass Without Trace, because I wouldn't have stopped concentrating.
Sure, yeah. I'll say you've been poking. You're reaching our point, but you've been poking around a decent amount of time, but not like a full-on blown hour yet.
Okay.
You go back into the servants' quarters. Now there is a whole staircase upstairs
I want to go
section.
up the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take Vovak's way up the stairs, or do you want to take the servants' staircase?
Oh.
Because
I'm up for-
Vovak's aware of like 3 staircases now.
Well, I think we're actually still disguised as servants, so I guess maybe if we do the servants' quarters, that might be the best way to go without getting like stuck trying to fix more toilets or something.
Yeah.
I'm not good at dishes. If they ask me to like wash a thing, that's not gonna end well.
I hate chores.
Slide right out of the fur.
I'm more liable to steal the silver rather than polish it, so maybe the
Okay.
servants' quarters is the way to go.
Well, let's give it a go. I don't think we're gonna find a uniform that'll fit you though, Vovak.
I'll make do.
I'm sure you will.
Like I'm already stuffed into it. Like...
Well, you could poke around back here and find a guard's quarters in the room inside, right directly from the stable. You could find like a guard's quarters, maybe find like an extra suit of like guard armor to blend in.
Oh, cool, like a tabard or something like that.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little small, but
Well, here you go. It's a little short for you, but
Sweet.
brings out the yellow in your eyes there.
Oh, you noticed.
Hard not to.
I don't know. I think he looks good in short pants.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get going then.
So you head up the stairs, and you head up the stairs of the servants' quarter, and you enter this long hallway. You see some finely dressed party goers come into the hallway and then duck into a room to the right. There's a pair of them.
Nice.
Nice. So you're in the guest wing right now, as would be your guest. You see a few bedrooms on the side, like there's one that's open and there's no one in there yet. Yet.
Smooching.
Smooching.
Playing cards.
There is a card room.
Yep.
There is a room where there are people playing. Well, the people actually playing cards, and they're like
Are they,
smoking cigars and pipes, and they just kind of, you want to play a hand?
Ooh, I actually am proficient in cards.
Ooh.
But we don't have time.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, oh, well, maybe later. We got important business for the Countess, and I'll just like turn heel and keep going.
So at the end of the hall is a doorway that opens up to a large open section that's called the main hall. It's a carpeted room, green carpet, and there's some sections with wood. This area is kind of like a go-between for many of the upper levels, and it's a very open area, and is another upper level for guests to mingle and to hang out. There are those Vovek. You would recognize the two doors from when you were on looking up the balcony from the main foyer. And then you would probably also recognize the second floor of the library is directly across the hallway. You could get there from directly across the hallway.
Okay.
Remember the roped off section?
Yeah. Well, I also, in my adventures, found a library, and there was like a restricted area, and it's right through there. That might be a good spot to check out.
That does sound like it could be promising.
You also see on the northern side of this room, you do see that it opens up again to reveal a large staircase and also two closed off rooms with guards standing in front of them. So wherever y'all would like to go.
I feel like the room with the guards standing in front of it is important.
I can knock them together. Do the old classic.
It's also in the open, so.
Never mind.
Yeah, maybe we don't do that yet.
So you could go, okay, so we could go right, straight, or left. Straight's to the library, right's to that balcony section, left is to rooms.
I could try to get them to leave their posts.
Oh, that could work.
Or at least pin out their numbers. What do you think?
Could definitely help, or some kind of distraction, I guess, something like that.
I think this is a good plan.
Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna walk up to the guards.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. The Countess was asking if we could find some sort of people in armor, so we have someone making quite the ruckus downstairs. His name is Bernard.
God damn it. Not Bernard again. Oh. Hitting the hooch a little too hard again.
He pinched some lad's cheeks, and I don't mean one on his face.
He, under his breath, fucker's getting crabby again. All right, I'll go take care of it. Go.
But I'm told he may be armed, so please, maybe take a friend to be careful.
Brutus, let's go. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
No, of course. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to get back to my duties.
You too. Gives you like the the friendly double slap on the cheek. And these guards, they go down that staircase that's right there, and they're just like, oh, damn Bernard.
That worked better than expected.
Yes, well, I have my moments.
So you have two rooms that you could enter here. One to the right, one to the left.
Were they standing in front of both of those?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do we want to split up and take a room each?
Sure.
I think we've split up quite enough. I think we
All
should
right.
stick together.
Left or right? I'll let Vovak decide because, quite frankly, he scares me more than the rest of you.
I open the left one, unless it's locked.
To your surprise, the room has not been locked, and it just opens to reveal a bedroom. A fine bed sits there, purple covers. There's typical bedroom furnishings, armoire, cabinet, dressers, and there's one of those little fancy screen things that covers like a changing area / bath, personal little bath there. And there's really nothing else that stands out in this room unless you wish to poke around a little more.
Yeah, I'll poke around for a little bit.
Do you want an investigation check for me since you're poking around?
4.
Oh.
You're just kind of. It is a young woman's room. There's a picture of like herself and family on one place, and then there's like a painted portrait of some gallant-looking knight on the wall.
Does it look like this is the Countess's room?
Nah, this looks like it's a younger woman's room.
Okay.
Judging by the clothing style, I feel like Rhea would be up on that.
Sure, why not?
He seems like a fashionable fella.
I've got an eye for things.
So judging just by the style and the way the room's laid out, it just doesn't scream master bedroom. Plus, there's no bathroom attached.
There you go. That's the real way to tell whether or not this is a suite for royalty. If they don't have a place to powder their nose and their bums, then they're not having it.
If the rest of you want to give me perception checks or investigations, depending on if you're poking around or just giving an initial sweep.
I'll probably just give an initial sweep. Oh, wouldn't have mattered. Not good. Under
No.
5.
It's a room. It is a bedroom.
Oh, we're inside, all right.
Well
Yep.
done, Val.
7 perception.
Vel, Rayo, you're a little paranoid that those guards are going to come back. You're a little concerned about those guards coming back and being like,
Yeah,
guard.
I'll be like hanging out by the door, kind of, just like
Yeah.
ready.
So you're more paying attention to what's going on outside the room. So your initial look through is not very good.
Val, what do your shifter ears hear?
Oh, there's a party, all right, right downstairs.
I got
And
an 18 investigation.
Mixie, you are poking around this room and you're just and you notice you open up one of the closets, you peer in, and you kind of there's like a curtain in the back, or trying to look like a coat, but it opens up to reveal a secret passageway.
Oh,
Hmm.
hello.
The walk-in closet's a little more than a walk-in closet, it would seem.
And look what I found.
Well done, Mixie. Well done.
Mhm.
Look, it's a habit. Like I said, I'm doing my best. Shall we see where this goes? Maybe we'll end up in a magical land of snow and ice.
Rail,
would
you
be
get
neat.
inspiration. As do I.
Aw, thanks, Grumpy Turtle.
Grumps. Everyone's been given the love.
I know,
Matthew
you're all
Foreman,
so sweet tonight.
Grumps, D&D,
New
love y'all
Year's.
folks. It's the 2020.
It's the 2020.
It's the 2020.
So you have the secret passageway. Are you going to enter it, or are you gonna?
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Let's
gonna let me check for traps, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's
check
a good
away.
idea.
No, I've never done this before, so I don't know how to actually check for traps.
Give me an investigation check.
Is that with my thieves' tools and such?
Nah, just straight.
No, just straight.
Just straight
Investigation.
investigation.
Yeah. It's disarming. That's different.
Yeah,
Mhm.
disarming it with your thieves' tools would be your proficiency / expertise plus dex or sleight of hand, rather.
Why, Alex, I got a whole 5.
Nice.
You're poking around. There's a lot of dresses, coats, shirts, pants. No traps.
All right, should be clear as far as I'm aware.
All right, well, let's get on going. No,
Vovak, do you want to go first? You're our heavy.
I'll just push aside and go ahead.
Vovak, you don't feel the little twiny string. You just
Shit.
nothing happens though when you do it.
Oh shit.
We're so fucked.
Nice.
That's what
I-
that means.
Do we
pulled a
hear
string.
alarms going off?
You don't hear
You know.
anything.
Oh,
Nothing.
shit. All right. I tripped something.
Well, first of all, how dare you?
Well, we better hurry then.
Are we going in or running out?
I'm going in. How about the rest of you?
Yeah, going in.
Shit.
Well, go
Okay.
in while we can.
All right.
I'm guessing the Countess isn't really gonna want her guards to know about this place either, so, maybe this will be a good way to have a little chat.
True.
You go in, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, is this what I think it is, Alex?
Is this what? What? What do you think it is?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
This is
No.
everything I've ever
Mm.
dreamed. That's a 16 initiative for Val.
All right, hold on. I gotta pull up my mods. We can go to break while we figure all this stuff
Oh,
out.
that would be nice.
Yeah,
actually.
I need some coffee.
Break.
All
right.
We'll be back.
BRB.
and welcome back to the first ever SteamShot, where we tell a story in the Steam spell universe that is not linked necessarily directly to the Star Touched, but its effects might be felt at some point in the campaign. We're back. We've got a cult of Lycus has been snooping around a noble's mansion. They encountered some weird werewolves, knocked out a tabaxi servant, met a dude named Bernard, ditched him. And now they've gone snooping around in this bedroom and found a secret corridor. And they've rolled initiative because when Vovak turns the corner, he sees two armored guards, an individual in a strange uniform with a plague doctor type mask and a brimmed hat and a long coat, and a girl kind of half undergoing a werewolf transformation. This individual is holding a needle in one hand and holding a gun in the other, and is about to administer some sort of medication when the guards are saying, "Hey, you there, you're not supposed to be here." And the individual with the doctor-looking individual, "Kill them, we can't be seen." And we are in combat. Carolina, the werewolf, will be going first, followed by Rayo, then Vel, then Mixie, then the guards, then Vovak, then, well, the very obvious Biomancer if you've been watching Steam Spell. So Carolina will run forward a little bit, and then will swirls her hands around and summons these little crescent moons and just throws them at Vovak as she casts magic missile.
Bruh.
Caster werewolf.
I'm in love.
Vovak, you're going to take 3, 6, 8 points of force damage as these little crescent moons make their impact into you.
Oh, she's not on our side. I'm very sad.
I'm not in love anymore.
I mean, I am, but it's just complicated now.
Rayo, you are up.
So I can't actually move my dude. I didn't.
Oh,
Because I was being a dumb.
I was being a dumb.
I was born a dumb.
There,
all right, you should be able to now.
I wanted to start off behind him. So let's see. Now he's going to go 5,
Oh yeah, I didn't actually position myself.
15,
Oh, well,
20,
I'm there now.
25, 30. We use a bonus action to dash up to this gentleman.
All right.
I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use my rapier to make a melee attack. That is... What is... I'm not used to roguing. That is a dirty... Or a... As I heard someone call it recently, a synthetic 20.
Synthetic, that's a new one.
I like that.
I like that.
So, synthetic 20.
All right, that'll hit.
Actually, I believe as an assassin, I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Okay.
So, doesn't matter, still hit. So, for the rapier, he takes for 7 piercing, sneak attack. He takes.
Mess him up.
That is 11, 12 more damage, and then for Booming Blade, he takes 8 points of thunder damage and is wreathed in some mystical thunder aura. And then I'm gonna head back. He could take an attack of opportunity if he would like.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
10, 15.
He will. They both will take an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
18.
Shield.
All right, and then the other one got an 18 as well.
Okay, so both miss.
All right. So they go to strike out, and you throw your shield up, and just their swords clanging against force field energy. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I'm good.
Vel, you are up.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna zip right on down the hall through my friends and just be like, okay, hang on, I'm coming. And get over to these guards, and I'm gonna take my first 2 attacks at the same one that Rayo was just messing with.
Okay.
First attack is a natural 20 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So let's see now, got your damage. It's gonna be 10 magical bludgeoning, because my fists are magic.
My fists are magic.
That was the first attack. Second attack is 21 to hit.
Yep.
That's just gonna be 5 bludgeoning.
Sure.
Yeah, why the hell not? I'll burn a key point for Flurry of Blows and take 2 more.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a 19 on the die.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be another 6 bludgeoning. And then the next one is a 16 to hit. I don't know if that'll still hit.
The 16 will not hit.
All right, and I'm out of movement, so I'm just gonna hang out where I am.
All right. So you run forward and you deftly slide whoosh, in the neck, and then you kick in the armor, and you're hit. Are you using a weapon at all, or are you just using
right now I'm just using my fists. I do have a weapon, but I was just having at it right now.
For narration purposes is all. So you're finding points in his armor where the armor isn't being as protective, and you're just
oh, I miss monking it up.
And then you finish it off, and you try to kick, and he pulls out a shield and
ow.
And then
that hurt my toe.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That was my bonus and main action and my full movement, so I'm just camping out here now.
Mixie, it is your turn.
I've been waiting forever to say this. Eldritch Blast.
First, you might want to move into range.
You
might want to get that.
I really wanted to say it. All right, I want to move into range. Eldritch Blast.
Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing.
You said the thing.
Who you blasting? Who you blasting?
I'm gonna blast the one on the bottom, who I think is the farthest away from me.
That one, or this one, or the biomancer.
The handsome man on the bottom.
All right, the guard. Okay, he is quite handsome.
Handsome. Kill him.
These guards are quite handsome.
We murder them both.
That's a 14 to hit.
That will not hit. You still get a second beam.
Yeah, I get a second blast, right?
Yeah, you get a second blast.
Smooch spell.
24.
That'll hit. Describe what it looks like when you cast Eldritch Blast.
It's very dark. Like, it's like the opposite of a glow, kind of like Mixie was exuding earlier when she was called a kid.
Okay, so like
it like comes over her whole body, but then focuses out of her hand and smacks the very handsome guard.
So it looks like black fire from Dark Souls. Yeah. It's like dark, and then it's like wreathed in a white outer section that kind of gives it like an unglow. That's what I call that effect. Roll for damage on the one that did hit.
Okay. That's a D10.
Correct. And then whatever other features you took.
What do you mean, whatever other features I took?
You might add stuff to it. I don't know what pack stuff you took.
It's gonna be an 8 total.
All right. So your Eldritch Blast, the first one he blocks with his shield, and it kind of just spreads out from the shield. But then you're able to hit him in the shoulder with the other ones, and he winces in pain. Any other actions you'd like to take?
No.
All right. It is the guard's turn. They're both going to attack Vel. That is a 17.
Oh, that'll hit.
All right. How much damage is that? Oh, that's not too bad. That'll be 5 on the first one. The second one will be a 12.
That'll miss.
And the third one will be a 14.
Miss.
All right. So
bat him away.
he strikes out with the sword and he catches you unexpectedly, and you. But then he goes to attack again with the sword, and you deftly dodge it, and then goes to bash you with the shield, and you throw up a knee to like hit the shield and knock him off balance. Now the other one's going to attack though, and he is technically. The first one is going to be a 22.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And that'll be for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
The second one will be a 24.
That'll hit.
Ooh, for 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And the final one will be a 15.
Just hits.
All right, and that will be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
So this one, you're trying to dodge the blows of this first guard, and this one's coming in, stabs, thrusts, and then tries to slice, and then bashes you with the shield as a final attack, just to add insult to injury.
Oof, yeah, that hurt.
And then this one's gonna run forward and trigger attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll take one. But that'll miss. That's another 16 to hit.
So you try to sweep kick him as he runs, and he just kind of hurdles over your kick and keeps going.
Yeah, I'm a little dazed from that round of blows. I'm at 10 HP now.
Oof, Vovak, right. You are up.
I will unsheath Citrine the Great Axe.
Go get him.
And I will step between Mixie and Rayo and just go after this dude.
Do it. Do the thing.
That's 21 to hit for the first attack.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then... Oh, that dice rolled forever. 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 18 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay, and I will do 12 more slashing damage. So
nice.
I'm going to pick him up with one hand and just kind of slam him against the wall and just come down with my axe and the second one on his clavicle. And just some of the spiky parts of my armor kind of stick in him at the same time. And then I'll just kind of toss him back.
And he's just going to look at it, dirty heathen.
I'll just start laughing.
Anything else?
I have bonus actions, right?
Yes. Maybe.
I'm good for now.
The Biomancer's up, pulls out a pistol. The chambers on the pistol glow a sickly green color. Spins the chamber and then pulls back the hammer. Takes aim at Rayo and
Muertos.
Oh no, Muertos flashbacks. Synthetic 20.
Yeah, that is the exact AC I currently have.
You will take max damage. So 14 piercing plus an additional 18 poison damage.
Okay, can I uncanny dodge that shit?
No, uncanny dodge is only for AoE stuff, right?
No, that's evasion. Uncanny dodge starting at 5th level. When an attacker that you see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Yeah, you
can. Thing that I never.
No, because you used shield. You used shield as a reaction before.
Well, that's true. I can't do that.
It's a different round, isn't it
Nope,
though?
Not
I haven't.
yet.
I haven't come back to my turn yet.
Yeah, Carolina. Yeah, Carolina will go and then
18 plus 14.
Yeah.
Ow.
So
that's all I have to say.
For those using scorecards, that's 32 points of damage total. So the Biomancer takes aim, and you see the anime flash of light across the goggles of his beaked mask, and a little needle just sticks in you and just starts injecting this poison.
Gross.
We're back to the top of the order with the werewolf princess, I guess.
Oh.
And she's gonna run towards our friend here.
This is gonna be good, y'all.
And is going to run
we have
towards.
No healing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're a pally, right?
Yeah.
The first one is a 12.
Miss.
The second one, where's the plus? There it is. 11.
I just like bat her claws away with my own.
Stop that. Stop it.
And she just snarls, I smell him on you.
Rude.
Rayo, you are up.
10. I don't care for much for this situation. Let's see. Because I was gonna do something, and now I'm really hurting, so I might not do that anymore. I'm just going to move him here.
Okay.
And cast Booming Blade again on this gentleman. Do I have advantage on that because I'm flanking?
Yes.
Okay. Thank God for that. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So, first off, for the rapier, that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 piercing. The sneak attack is 13 more points, and then 5 points of thunder damage.
All right. So you just take your rapier and and you stab him in the back, and he looks down, your rapier's sticking out the other side. He's like, oh, by the star, I'll get you for that one.
Well, you're welcome to try, friend, but I'm going to go over here now, and I'm going to use bonus action to disengage. Kind of go over back here.
All right. Vel, you're up, and you've got a guard standing over you and a werewolf just... this werewolf half in princess form. So this werewolf's probably wearing a really nice dress.
Aw, nice.
A little
right.
tiara.
Well, I'm not feeling super great now, and I'm not into that whole gun thing. I'm gonna use my main action to attack. So I'm gonna attack each the guard and the werewolf. Like one with each. See how that goes. Shit, that's a 16 for the guard, so that'll miss. Werewolf is another 16. I don't know if
that'll hit the werewolf.
Okay. Shit. That's only gonna be a 4 bludgeoning. But I have the mobile feat, so I'm.
Run away.
I'm actually not running away because Vel's just like angry now and is like, all right, well, I'm gonna do what I can before I die, maybe. So she's actually gonna bolt and try to bonus action flurry of blows the biomancer in the face.
All right, go for it.
Hoping he is not prepared to get punched.
Are you imposing? So you're not imposing attacks.
No attacks of opportunity because
mobile
I've got the
feet.
mobile feet.
That's right.
Actually, you know what? As I cross over, I'm gonna pull out. Oh no, never mind. That was one of my other attacks. Shit, first one will definitely miss. That was a 3 on the die. Oh,
Yeah.
and a natural 1!
Oof.
Oh, no.
So you go to attack and you're trying to hit, and the biomancer blocks with the gun, turns down, shoots you right in the foot, causing you to fall prone.
Damn. Okay.
Yikes.
Do I take damage for it too?
No,
or-
that's just
the
a
prone?
narrative
Yeah.
thing. All right, Mixie, you're up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, not a fan of the. Wait, where am I?
You're right here.
I'm underneath someone.
You are. No, now you put yourself underneath someone.
No, not.
All right, what are you trying to do?
Whatever. I'm gonna move up here and I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the guy that's like right in front of us.
Eldritch Blast is a ranged spell.
Well, then fine. I will not move there. I will shoot around my friend.
I'll duck.
Duck?
No, just through his legs.
Through his
Yeah,
legs.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna like go through your legs.
She's like knee high anyway.
Yeah.
EB, does EB not have like a range restriction?
120.
No, I meant like you know how some
Like,
weapons and
too
spells would be
close?
like you have to have like be a certain amount of feet away. I guess you could stand there and do it because I'm not seeing anything that says you can't.
I'm just gonna shoot through his legs. Trick
I mean,
shot.
I think it's still considered a ranged spell attack, so it would be at disadvantage. Isn't it?
Yeah, so just trick shot it. Yeah.
Okay. The first one I don't think hits with a 13.
Nope.
The second one is a nat 20.
Ooh!
I don't know what's wrong with my horn, but
Oh, that's not a
Well.
D10. That would help if it was actually a D10. 30. No. That's a 3, not a 30.
I was gonna say I haven't been doing the correct damage with that spell then.
110. No. 8 plus. Plus. There's a plus. There's a plus. Math hurts my brain. 10.
All right.
Trick shot.
So you try to trick shot and you're worried about hitting big ol' Vovak, and the first one just goes into the wall, and then you're just like, you look underneath Vovak's legs, and you hit the dude like just. All right. Anything else, Mixie?
We haven't taken down a single one of these guys yet.
That's all.
All right,
I'm
guards are
almost
up.
dead.
They'll run forward. Vovak, the one's gonna attack you a whole bunch.
I'm a tank now.
Nat 20,
Damn it.
17,
17 misses.
Nat 1.
Yeah, I miss.
All right, so first things first, that Nat 20.
Ah, bastard.
16 points of damage from that.
I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance to get rid of some of
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
So that's 8 off of it. So.
Nice.
All right. And then, oh my God, no way. So he just, at first he like, you clash weapons and he slides the sword down and then is able to gouge you like in the low side because, well, you're really tall compared to him. The second time he goes to attack, he misses. And when he goes to bash you with the shield, you're able to step back and he cracks his ally across the face for 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And the second one's going to attack Rayo.
Oh. I don't care for that much.
17.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Nope.
10.
And what?
10.
Nope. The first one hits, though.
Yes, the first one will deal 5 points of damage. So he's just like, on guard, and like he takes his shield, smashes your rapier aside, and then just stabs forward, catching you in the shoulder. And he's just kind of like, that's what I'm talking about. Star smiles upon me. We're gonna go to Vovak then.
Hell yeah. With my bonus action, I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite, and my axe will begin glowing with this purple energy. And I'm going to attack the one in front of me that's been hit a bunch, and I'm going to use Great Weapon Master.
Do
All right.
it!
Yes.
Fuck him up!
Ooh, yep,
Good
that's
Hey, Daddy.
21.
Hurt me. Ooh, to hit? Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hurt me, Daddy.
Murder him. Kill him dead.
Oh,
Avenge
yeah.
me.
This is good stuff. That is 25 slashing.
Oh,
and
Vovak.
6 more psychic.
Vovak, tell me how you end this guard's career.
I'm
Cut him in
just gonna
half.
do the old underworld straight down the center and just cut him in half.
He's gone. He's out of the world. He's dead.
And I'm gonna look back, see, cut him in half, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come around with my second attack and hit the other guy.
You know, I can't argue with the results.
Great Weapon Master again.
Yep.
That one's not gonna hit. That's maybe that's 14.
No.
Nope, that won't do it. He sees you cut his ally in half, throws the shield up, and like braces himself as you're swinging around. So then he just and he kind of slides back a little bit from the force of the blow. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I'm good.
The Biomancer sees this shifter in front of him. Well, this is how we shall do it then. If you want to get close, pulls out a cutlass and is going to attack. 10.
Miss.
17.
Oh, that'll hit.
and that'll be 8 points of piercing
Ooh.
damage.
All right, I'm still up, but not looking good.
The first one you're able to like kind of roll out of the way of, and then the second one just stabs you in the gut, and you.
Ow.
Carolina Werewolf is up.
Is that her like proper name, Carolina Werewolf?
Carolina Princess Werewolf.
She waves her hands above her and like claps them and spreads them out suddenly. And from her body, illusory, misty versions of herself, 3 duplicates of herself appear in her space as she casts mirror image.
Oh god.
Ooh,
So she has got some duplicates going on now. That's her turn. Rayo, you're up.
Okay, so my boy, my sweet winter eladrin, he's gonna go 5 and he's gonna go 10, and then he is going to use Face Step as a bonus action.
How are you getting around the Goliath and the guard? That is very crowded.
Can I not move through my ally's space?
I'll call it difficult terrain.
Can I acrobatics over my Goliath friend?
Sure.
No, I can't. That's a 9.
So you're just gonna have to squeeze through them. It's a bit tight, but for that'll be 15 points of movement then, or 20 because the way diagonals work in D&D. So weird. Anyway, and then
and then Misty. Well, if that's the case, then hold on. 30 and then 5. I won't be able to get there because I can't share a space with Vel. That kind of screws me over then. Then I'm so used to having like a bunch of ranged shit I can do with Gray, and I'm not used to being a rogue who stabs things.
Do you have
Stabby,
a
stabby.
bow?
Huh?
Do you have like a bow or something?
I sure don't. So I will still do the same thing. I will Misty Step, or it's Misty Step, but it's called Phase Step. It's a racial
Yes.
melody.
Yes.
I need this gentleman that I moved around to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Sure. The handsome gent.
DC 15.
That's a nat 1.
He is scared of me.
Ah!
Ah! Not of Bovac, the guy who cut his ally in half. He's afraid of the Winter Eladrin who just disappeared, just turns around. Ah!
And then 5, 10. And then I will throw a dagger at the Biomancer.
Go for it.
That is 26.
That'll hit.
So I believe a dagger is a D4, right?
Correct.
So that is 7 slashing, and then sneak attack.
What's the sneak attack coming from?
Because he is
I'm right
currently
there.
engaged
Ah,
with
okay.
our.
Sneak
Friend.
attack's
You're
weird.
engaged. Congratulations.
Ah! L'chaim.
That is 12 points of sneak attack damage,
All right.
and that is it for Rayo at the moment.
All right. So you do your thing. You just and you throw it in the chest of the Biomancer, and they're just like. "Ugh."
Now look,
Yeah.
friend, I don't have a whole lot of friends in this world, and you're currently beating on one of the few I have. So please let the lady go.
You're certainly not my friend. Vel, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna do like a cool breakdancing move to get back to my feet.
Sure.
Because I was prone, and I'm gonna whip out my spear and take my 2 attacks at this here Biomancer. Just like whack him with the shaft and then try to like stab him.
Whacky, whacky.
2-handed attack for each of them.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that's going to be 7 piercing.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna make that a stunning strike. That's gonna be a con save, DC 13.
Nat 1. What?
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
Excellent. All right.
Beautiful.
So he is now stunned until the end of my next turn.
Yes.
Okay.
So next attack, two-handed once again.
Monks.
Now with
What?
advantage.
What is that?
Another two-handed spear attack.
Okay.
And that was 2 19s on the die. All right.
That'll hit.
That's going to be another 5, 6, 7, 8 piercing. And while he's stunned, I'm going to use my last key point for another flurry of blows.
Sure.
At advantage, dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
17 on the die to hit. Oh wait, no, or at advantage, 18 on the die to
That'll hit.
And that's going to be another 8 bludgeoning.
Makes all the difference, that advantage. So you stun this guy and you just start, roundhouse kick, knocking the bird mask off.
I'm mad and at 2 hit points right now, so Vel is just wailing on this guy while they can.
Mixie, we'll go to you.
Nice.
Monks!
Monks. I love a good monk,
Yeah.
There's a dude too close to me. I don't like it. But if I move away, that's bad. And am I at disadvantage because he's so close?
Yes, because you'd be making a ranged attack in melee.
Well, I don't care. I'm mad at him.
Mess him up.
Nat 1,
Oh.
roll damage.
No.
Oh no.
Max damage, 12.
God. Oh.
Yeah, that goes to Vovak. Next blast.
Whoops, sorry.
I point over to the cut in half guy on the ground.
Nice.
Not worthy.
I know, I'm not worthy. I'm sorry. That's kind of it.
That's it?
Yeah, well, my second one didn't hit. I only got a 9.
Okay, so you go to blast him, and one of your blasts gets deflected by a shield and gets sent into Vovak. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, the guards are up, and he's gonna attack Vovak after watching his friend get cleaved in 2. Nat 20.
Miss.
18 plus 7.
Yeah.
And 22.
Yep.
Oh, beans. All right, that first one will deal 8 plus 6 plus 5.
Is that total?
No, that's like
Yeah, I was like, damn, you rolled bad.
6 plus 4 plus 15 points total. So he's just going all out, just bashing shields, swinging the sword, and just cutting you up. It's just this onslaught of attacks. Vovak, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna just backhand him with my first attack just for flavor.
I'll let you deal damages if you hit him with the axe, because just
Thank
for flavor.
Great weapon master.
It's a
but
hell of a
that's
slap.
Probably a miss. It's only an 8.
Yeah, that'll miss. Just goes wide.
Yeah.
That would have been a slap. That would be twice my monk damage.
Yeah.
You hit him so hard that Abby's camera died.
I'm gonna great weapon master him again.
All right.
There we go. That's 20 synthetic.
All right. Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. Let's see what we got. It's 14 plus 14, 28 damage.
Damn. Yeah.
Great
So you're
weapon
just
master.
you just gash him in the chest. You break his armor, and there's just a huge gash in his armor, and he's bleeding from it. Biomancer stunned until your next turn, correct?
Yep.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Carolina's up. She's gonna run up on all fours and then just howl very loudly as she casts. I need Vel and Rayo
Rayo.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, is this against charmed or being put to sleep?
No.
Okay.
10.
That'll
man.
fail.
I'm probably gonna die. I've got 2 health.
We're the worst cultists ever.
I'm gonna die.
14.
Just hit it.
I'm just going home to Lycus, yo.
9 points of damage to Vel. Rayo,
Unconscious.
you'll take 4, and Vel would be
Collapse.
pushed back, but just
My like unconscious body goes like skewing across the floor a few feet.
just there we go. You get Rayo, you'll be up after Carolina let out a huge howl.
Okay, so bonus action disengaging from that creep.
Hey, she can't help it.
And getting right up on Mr. Biomancer. And gonna make some attacks with the rapier. Actually, excuse me, I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
He's still stunned too, so that'll
He
be
sh-
an advantage.
He sure is. That is a synthetic 20.
Okay.
Synthetic 20,
I
I
hereby
love it.
ban you from saying that anymore.
Why?
Damn it.
Nope.
It's better
I don't
than
know.
dirty 20.
No.
I like them both.
Anyway, damage for the rapier is 5 points of piercing. Because I have advantage, I get the sneak attack. That is 14 more points. And for the booming blade, that is 8 thunder damage.
All right. So you just lay into this Biomancer, and they are defenseless to stop you from doing as you do. Vel, you are unconscious.
I sure am. Death save. Come on, Lycus. Nope, 8.
Oof. Mixie, you'll be up.
Also, Biomancer is no longer stunned.
That is correct.
You know what? I'm gonna take the attack of op to back away.
Okay.
Go ahead and attack of op me.
Yeah, that's gonna hit with a 19 plus.
Sad. Okay.
You take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
These are some nuts guards. Holy.
They are some good guards.
Yeah.
These are
So
some
they
beefy
only-
guards.
Hey, these are the inner. What's up?
19 for the first one.
Yep, that'll hit. These are like inner circle guards. So,
Yeah, true.
I'm not
10
judging, I'm just
damage.
saying.
all right. Next blast.
Next bleest is 24.
That'll hit.
9 damage.
Mixie,
Yes.
you're ending this guard's career for good.
And because I brought him to 0 hit points, I get 8 temporary hit points.
Nice. So how
Nice.
do you destroy this guard?
I would say I do one blast followed right by the other, and the anti-glow just kind of like consumes him, and he slumps down.
Oh, and it's just a skeleton
Nice.
left in the armor.
Yeah.
So, and you hear. All right.
Woo!
Can I put
Oh,
this aura on my character? I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
All right, Vovak, you'll be up.
Sick. I'm gonna step over the remains of the first guy that I cut in half.
Yes.
Help.
And I'm gonna run up to the werewolf, and that's the only one I can reach. And
All right.
I'm gonna cut her in half. Great weapon master.
Go for it.
Do it.
Oh, that's not great. That's 18. Oh, I guess it is okay. Never mind.
And, so okay, yeah, you're gonna hit.
Okay.
And when you do, one of the illusory wolves puffs up into a cloud as you destroy one of the illusory wolves.
Bastard. I'll do it again.
Again.
Ooh, that's 13 plus 2. That's a 15.
That'll hit.
Oh, really?
And you destroy another illusory wolf. Just
That's 3. And I'm just in my head. I'm counting them as kills. And that's,
Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Biomancer will go and just hold the pistol out, cock back the hammer, and is going to attack Vel, and can do so at.
I am unconscious. It'll be an auto crit.
No, oh, not Vel. I meant. Oh shit, Rayo. That's what I meant.
I'm like, oh, all right. Bye forever then.
Rip.
Bye forever.
I already have one fail, so.
24.
Oof.
Does he have to do disadvantage because it's a?
No, he
Range?
has a feature that allows him to make this attack at close range.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Yes, that hits.
Total damage will be. I gotta get my calculator out here.
Oh no! I
Rip.
don't like to hear that.
Rip.
Mm-hmm.
25 points of damage total.
Hang on 1 second while I get my calculator out. Yes, I'm going to uncanny dodge that
Okay.
because I will still be up.
So just whoosh, fans the
Whoa.
hammer, and you're trying to dodge this, and just and you get like these needles stuck in you, and just opens up the pulls the barrel out as like just putting more needles into it. Carolina's up.
Whew, thank God for uncanny dodge.
And Carolina is going to turn towards Vovak and attack him. Vovak, a 18.
Yep, that's my armor class.
Hit the old AC. That'll be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the other one will miss. That's less than 18. Just clawing at you, and you're having trouble trying to discern between the illusory and the regular wolves. Rayo, you are up.
Now, I know the answer that I found for this on the internet, but I'm going to run this by you, and I will let you do your own ruling on this. I have inspiration, which grants advantage. Will that, if I use that, will that grant me a sneak attack on the biomancer?
Due to the way sneak attack is written, yes, even though I don't wholeheartedly agree with it. So
Okay, I'm still going to do it because I don't want us to die. So
it's the way the thing is worded. It shouldn't. I've got opinions about how sneak attack is written.
Alex has feelings.
I have feelings, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
your feelings are valid, but I'm doing it
Yeah.
anyway. I love you, but I'm doing it anyway.
You're both valid.
So I'm going to use my inspiration and cast Booming Blade.
Okay.
That is a 22 with that
Yep.
advantage. Thank God, because that first one was a 1.
Oh,
So for the rapier, that is 8 points piercing.
All right. Yeah, you're
this-
gonna kill him. Just,
Yay!
just describe how you kill him.
So basically, have you ever played Soul Calibur? And
Been
So-
a long time.
Raphael is the one with the rapier, and he's got like this very fast piercing attack that just like a million stabs at once, and that's basically what Rayo is doing. He's got him in the knees, he's got him in the chest, and finally just straight through the neck.
Okay.
And he's like, "No, I told you, I don't have many friends, so please stop hurting the ones I do have."
And the biomancer slumps to the floor. Vel,
I have to make another death save.
yes.
18.
Yay! Mixie, you're up.
well, I've ended one man's career. It's time to go end another.
I'm about to end this werewolf's career.
Make this princess retire.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. I'm gonna
Right.
get
Abdicate.
in the doorway so I
Right.
could like just barely see, and I'm gonna blaze.
I'm gonna blaze.
Commit regicide.
I would like to blaze. 23,
Yeah, the blaze will hit.
11. Baby.
Okay. Yeah.
That second one I'm gonna assume does not hit with a 9.
No, it does not.
Okay, that's it then. I moved and I shot.
Vovak, you'll be up.
Shot my shot.
Hell yeah.
Cut her in half.
Great weapon
In.
master.
In half.
That was an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Do I do damage this time?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That is 19 slashing damage.
Woo-wee.
I will do it again. That is a 14 to hit.
That'll hit. So much damage.
And that's the
Well, that's
exact
right.
same thing, whatever I just said. 19 more.
This time you destroy an illusory, and all the illusory werewolves are gone at this point.
Good.
And Caroline is standing there, cut up, and just kind of like gives the sign that she's giving up. I cannot win. Please don't kill me.
I push her prone and I walk over to Vel and dump some health.
All right, how many hit points?
A hot 1.
That's all I need.
So generous.
Yep.
What a gentleman.
Yep.
What a guy.
I like wake up like punching the air.
Fight's over. You've got a werewolf on the floor.
We
Well,
won.
are you all right?
Oh, I'm feeling a lot better now. Thanks a lot for that, Vovac. Sorry, it wasn't too much help there.
You did fine, kid. Now, come on, we've got
I'm
a.
coughing up blood with my 1 hit point.
Gonna like get her arm over my shoulder and pick her up. Come
All
on,
right.
we've got a werewolf to interrogate.
Oh, okay then.
She's like
You,
wearing
better
this
tell
tattered
us.
dress covered in blood. Claws are bloody from attacking the party.
Oh no.
Now. Who are you? What are you doing here? And why, oh why, are you a werewolf?
I am Lady Carolina. I was born like this, like my mother before me.
And who is your mother?
My
As-
mother is the Countess. Darilla Aconite.
Oh my.
All right, as if I wasn't prepared for that answer.
I'm surprised.
What do you want? You obviously know about my mother, that you're back here in this secret room.
Yes, lovely room that it is. We're here on a mission, you might say. For
Who sent you?
just some gentleman named, I'm sorry. Mixie, what was our benefactor's name?
Lycus?
Oh, shite.
Shite is right, kiddo.
Look, I don't know what Mother gets up to. Mother just said she would help me and help me live normal life.
No, and I understand that. Everyone deserves a normal life. We really just came here to check and see why your mother stopped responding to our higher-ups.
Well, the one who would have had the answer for you, you killed.
Nice.
Well, that's on me, I suppose.
He said they had the antidote.
Do you really believe that someone like that had your best interests in mind?
Imagine turning into a werewolf during a fancy party with suitors all about. This is embarrassing. Please, just leave me.
Vovac, let's... no. This girl is fairly innocent, and splitting her in twain might really not do much for Lycus. We have a mission, so I'm asking you, just Goliath to Eladrin, let's tie her up and leave her be.
I will honor the treaty the Eladrin and the Goliath made many moons ago.
Glad to hear it, big man. You and I are going to have to go for a pint later. On me.
I'll sheath
Yeah, I
my
told you we
weapon
were all friends.
and help Vel up to their feet.
And I will tie up the girl.
Okay.
You know, not so tight that she can't like get out after, you know, maybe a few like hours of struggling.
Of course.
Very, very specific knot for that.
The 1 hour knot, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's a ladron made, you know, yeah, we invented it.
You can. I'll just say you can find some healing potion, 3 healing potions in here.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! And there's the dead biomancer, the one with all the answers. Unfortunately,
Ah, heck.
is dead. But he does have a strange liquid on him. This like slurry of like silver and greenish liquid in like a needle.
Ooh.
Can I try to discern what it is?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check on that.
I want to take his mask. What's he
You-
look like?
Oh.
You can take the bird mask. He looks like a regular person.
Muertos.
Not Muertos.
I chop his head off.
Retcon Muertos died before the Star Touch killed him.
I'm definitely keeping that mask.
I got
Alright.
12.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
It is something. You're not really sure what it is.
Nice.
You can tell it like it's in the needle, and this was probably what he was going to be injecting into Carolina.
Did you Mixie like hold it up and do like one of those little doctor squirts? Did you want this?
Please, they said it would help.
Oh, but what if it just like makes things worse? I don't trust people who wear masks.
Yeah. Why don't we take this and the girl back with us?
Yeah, she might be good for leverage against her mother.
Well, maybe our Lord can discern whatever this weird liquid is.
Yeah, do we need the girl for that, though?
Hmm. Well, if it cures her, then we should know about it.
Well, I mean, was it I was a little unconscious for a little bit there. What was it? You who wanted to have this cure done, or was this all like something set up by your mother there? You know, I mean, because she used to be pretty friendly with some of our friends, but things seem to have changed recently. You know anything about that?
No, Mother just said they would help me break lycanthropic curse.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, your lycanthropy is nothing to be ashamed of, just so you know. I mean, makes
When
you
you-
stronger and really cool.
I don't care for it. I just want to live normal life.
Oh, well, normal's all relative. Whatever. I think you're pretty furry.
Thank you.
Yes, I mean, there's a certain charm about it. Look at my friend Val here.
Vel is very lovely to gaze upon.
Oh, well, thank you. That's kind. See,
Oh.
I think we can all be friends.
See, we're getting on famously. Let's go see your mother and get her in on the love fest.
As you're leaving, Vel, you wear the werewolf skin so much better than I do.
Oh,
I wish I could be as pretty as you.
No, not with that attitude. I think you're wonderful, and you should just embrace your inner beast, I mean, once I did, everything got so much better.
Embrace your inner beast, Steve Spell 2020.
Vilvella 2020.
Vovella 2020. So you can leave this bedroom if you wish. Are you bringing the werewolf princess in tow or not?
I would
Sure.
like to.
I mean, does she wanna? Yeah, I don't know. Belle's into her now. We're friends.
It's gonna be just so you know, it's gonna be difficult to try and sneak a werewolf through this
That's what I'm
party.
thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sneaky guy.
We've got cloaks. We can
I'm
find a
not.
cloak.
I'm
Yeah.
extremely stealthy. I
So-
got into this party without a
If we
hitch.
wait an hour, I can help us be sneakier on the way out, but I gotta take like a breather. Actually, not even an hour. I would just need half an hour.
Here.
The princess grabs like one of her big cloaks and throws it on.
Yeah, we're saving Werewolf Princess, y'all.
Why, werewolf princess? What a big cloak you have.
That joke is not very funny and is insensitive.
Yes, well, I seem to have a track record of pissing people off today.
That has been kind of the theme of the day, I guess.
Well,
We should probably get a move on.
I'm
So-
going to dump 27 of my healing pool into myself.
All right. Don't forget you did find 3 healing potions.
Yes, I would like to take a healing potion, please.
same.
Are they just standard?
Yeah, just standard.
Oh shit! What is that? A D6?
2d4 plus 4?
Yes.
I'm like I can only ever remember spelling. Spell healing. I mean spelling. Wow, I'm good at words.
You need to work on your spelling, young mage.
All right, I've now at a big 11 hit points.
All right.
Looking.
I'll give you a cure wounds too.
Oh yay!
I'm back at 21.
Oh, that's pretty good. 10 for Vel.
Sweet. All right,
I'll
21.
give Rio one too.
Yay!
That was pretty good too.
Oh, that's
7 for Rayo.
I'll take it.
Is Mixie the only one who didn't take damage?
I took a little damage.
Oh, okay.
I think she took like 5 damage.
Yeah, it took
came out
4.
pretty well in that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I hit
Comparatively.
and blasted.
Welcome to playing a warlock.
Spellcasters.
Blast.
Oh, I
Alright.
feel a lot better now. Thanks, Vovek.
Sure.
Perhaps if we go to my mother's room, we can find more answers.
Oh, that would definitely be helpful. Can you lead the way there? We couldn't find it.
Yes, yes, and no guards will stop you now. You have old Carolina at your side.
I was going to say, Carolina dear, are we going to be expecting any more of our friends with the mask?
Perhaps there are some that tend to Amadeus,
Amadeus being...
my dear brother.
Oh, good. There's more.
Well,
Should we bring him too?
No,
he's not here presently. I don't know
good,
where he
good,
went.
good.
He's probably prowling about the party.
Well, then we should hurry.
Also, those, point of order, those werewolves in the stables or whatever.
I'm not sure what they are. Dr. Cromheight with a noon more.
All right.
He's obviously very dead now.
Well, he started it.
As
Got
are
his
those,
head.
as are those poor gods. Such a shame.
Yes, but, you know, one good stab deserves another. There. You're fine. Let's continue on to find your mother.
Or the room. We're looking for the mother's room.
Yes, either or.
So you're able to leave the bedroom here, and those guards are coming back. They're like, "Oh, you're with the Princess Carolina." They like tip their little hats.
I just realized I'm still dressed like a servant, but I've gotta be like totally covered in blood right now.
Yeah,
Probably.
Definitely.
Dragon Age.
definitely took off that as soon as the fight ended. I was like,
By the gods,
She
Wait
was
a second,
preparing
Did I
pig
take
in kitchen.
prestidigitation?
did you take Presti?
No, I took mending.
It's okay. Carolina's got you covered.
They slaughtered pig in kitchen, and then I asked for them specifically.
Understood. Carolina, you okay?
It's just cold.
Of
Making
course.
pig soup for her cold.
Yes. Right away. Right away.
did you find Bernard? I feel like,
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
yeah, sure.
He sucks.
Well, as
He
long
got
as
kicked out.
Oh, poor Bernard.
never mind that Rayo is talking to them in a completely different voice than he was before.
So you're able to kind of go through this party. You're at the balcony section. The guard at the door who would be guarding the mother's room is like, "Go right ahead, princess. Mother said you needed something from her room. Go right ahead." And you enter this fine master bedroom. Where is it? It's in my notes somewhere. This is Countess Dirmela's Aconite's personal quarters. It's a well-furnished room featuring a fancy canopy bed with blue covers. A desk and table are featured in here where it looks like the Countess may hold meetings away from prying ears. Along with this, a large bear rug is on the floor. A fire smolders in the fireplace in this room. And there's just kind of like some other typical bedroom furnishings like dressers and whatnot. Feel free to poke around as you see fit. Carolina's kind of like just like standing in the corner like, "I don't go in mom's room. This is bad."
Aw.
Can Rayo check for traps?
Go ahead, check for traps.
19.
You're poking around. Doesn't seem to be any traps. The Countess probably thought the guard would have sufficed to keep people out.
This time I'm absolutely positive I didn't miss anything.
Who's
I don't
poking
know how I
around?
feel about that.
Who's poking around and looking where?
I will.
Yeah, I'll help poke around, I guess.
Go for it. Go for
Rayo's gonna keep an eye on the princess.
it. All right.
It's another natural one. Vel is just too
Whoa.
busy checking out the werewolf princess.
BB.
I'm gonna be looking for something like the vial we took off of the biomancer.
Okay. And Vovak, where are you looking around?
Oh, I think I'm just getting a general sweep of the room because I rolled perception. So
All right.
I got an 11 investigation.
You're both poking around. Nothing really sticks out. Mixie, you don't find what you're looking for, but you walk by the fireplace and you do see a smoldering piece of paper in there.
Ooh, take it out. Quick.
There's still some writing on the bottom that hasn't been burned away, and it is still legible. And it reads, I did not get to make a handout for these. Rest assured, Dr. Branson has given me permission upon receiving your payment and pledge of alliance to share the lycanthrope antigen with you. You will find the enclosed cure for you and your children's curse. Best of wishes to you, Countess. We shall speak soon. Signed, The Good Doctor.
Well, don't like that.
You know, it's my opinion that anyone who calls themselves the Good Doctor rarely is.
Well, the number one problem here is that they're trying to cure the lycanthropy, which I do not believe Lycus would appreciate.
Probably not. Do we have any idea if it's just out of the goodness of their hearts, or are they trying for something else?
I highly doubt it.
I mean, either way, I think it's pretty rude, you know, calling it a curse and all. It's just not nice.
I say we chop him in half. You're right.
Oh my lord.
Well, I mean, if we find any more of these, bird mask people, sure, why not?
I'm starting to agree with you, my friend.
Rayo,
Yes,
what is
sir.
your AC?
My AC is like 35, so don't even try it.
It's not 35.
It's sure a 15.
And as y'all are discussing with yourselves, the rug at Rayo's feet springs to life.
No.
Man, I wasn't gonna mention
Mothers
it
him.
because
Oh,
you
no.
fucking put it on Twitter, and I'm like,
Oh,
well, there it
no.
is. I can't metagame, so I don't know that's dangerous.
You are. So Rayo has been intertwined with the bear hug rug.
I love that that's a thing.
I would like to lich slap the rug.
All
Where's it on
right.
fire?
Oh,
Do I
well,
just
that's
get to
neat.
do
So
that, or
are
do we have
we-
to roll initiative?
I don't want to have to roll initiative because that's a process, but
Okay.
We could use
I know
previous
it's the same
initiative.
one, yeah.
I may have deleted that turn order, but I think I remember it.
I got a 19 to lich slap the rug. Well, chill touch.
Sure. What'd you roll again?
A 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I don't have a lot of healing spells left.
9 damage to the rug. Like, get off of him.
Get off
So-
of him.
So Rayo, you take 4 damage, and the rug takes 4 damage.
Sure does. Yep, that's how these things work. The rug of smothering is a bitch.
Great weapon master
Fine.
smite.
This is fine.
So we'll jump to combat.
Now, this isn't great, but please do not cut the rug in half.
I'm gonna cut the rug in half.
All right, so here's everyone in the room. Caroline is a bit just kind of, I'm not getting involved with this. So we'll start at the top of the order. Rayo, you are in the clutches of this rug.
Pretty sure I can't do anything. I can't break out of this.
You're
can
gonna
I?
take bludgeoning damage
Oh,
I sure am.
because
fine.
the bear hug rug. You are going to take, that is 7, 10, 12, 13 points of bludgeoning damage as this rug is just smothering you. You just hear, "Rrr, rrr."
Am I incapacitated, basically?
You can try and break the grapple.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
No, you are grappled.
I didn't think so, but I wanted to ask anyway. I'm going to have to try to break the grapple. But
Yes, you can use athletics or acrobatics to break the grapple.
Oh, thank you are a merciful God.
That's the rules.
All praise.
Those are the rules. I don't make them.
Let me love you. I'll hail Lycus. I'm going to do acrobatics.
All right.
That is a synthetic 20.
So you're able to slip out of the bear hug rug and just
Whoa! Do not go in there.
God damn it. And that'll be your turn. Vel, you're up as you watch Rayo slip out of the bear hug rug. This bear rug is living and is like just kind of sauntering over, just looming over.
Oh, I'm just
Rayo
like,
right now.
oh, neat. And I go and punch it in its bare face.
Get it.
All right.
Got it.
Hit the bear rug.
Oh, not good. That's a 12 for the first one.
Let me check the bear hug rug stats. That will not hit.
What about a 13?
That will not hit either.
Damn it!
So you go to the punch. You're just like punching into the rug, and your fists are just hitting soft fur.
I'm trying to look like really cool in front of Caroline, and it's not working now.
Oh no.
Caroline chuckles a little bit. Mixie, you're up.
I'd like to think that I can't decide if Mixie doesn't know or just doesn't care that she's dealing damage to her party member.
Well, he's out. You're okay.
Oh, okay. Well, she was gonna hit him anyway.
Mixie don't care.
Mixie don't care. But I am going to blast the rug.
All right, blast away.
The first one I'm assuming does not hit with an 8,
No, that does not hit.
but the second one's a 23.
That'll hit.
Nine damage.
So you just you're throwing Eldritch Blast. The first one just kind of just lost in the fur, and the second one you hit the bear rug in the face and just
Take that.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, just stare angrily at the bear rug.
Vovak, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna chop it in half.
I love that's just like your thing. I
Yeah.
chop it in half.
Pop it in
Great
half.
weapon, master. Natural 20.
Fuck you.
Chop it in half. Chop it in half.
Cut it in half.
Chop it in half. Chop it in half.
11 plus 14.
It's totally unrelated, but now I'm just thinking of It's Always Sunny, Let's Chop Cats.
I'm gonna smite it too.
Why not?
Smite that rug.
Just tell me how much damage you're dealing. How much damage was that first thing?
That's 41 total.
Oh, so Vovak, you raise the axe and it gets covered in the purple energy. It just makes this like huge anime purple arc of steel as you just sear through the bear rug and you chopping one of the bear arms off.
I look at everybody else, chop it in half.
That was your first attack,
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Fuck.
I'd like to think that you wouldn't have done that if I were still in there, but I know better.
You can think that. Great weapon, master. 1. Damn it.
Oh no.
So you go to hit the bear rug and it just envelops you as you go just
All right, like I taught you, chop it in half.
And the bear hug rug is up and is going to swipe out at Rayo with claws. That is a 10.
No.
That is a 26.
Yes.
Yes. And that is going to be for 18 points of slashing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
And at the end of the bear hug rug's turn, from behind the walls,
Oh no.
No.
these automaton armors appear from slots in the wall. 4 suits of them.
Fine.
Meet, destroy targets.
No.
I should have taken a rest.
I'm at 2.
Rayo,
I don't have any key.
Rayo, it is your turn. Seeing this,
no.
Carolina will also jump into the fight. So the Carolina and the automated armor will be after the bear at the end of the order.
Carolina, dear, do you think you could call these things off?
Nobody dare hurts my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's a little clingy, but I don't mind in the moment.
I'm like, you're what now? Get hit by the rug.
What? Okay,
I'm into
so
it. I'm here for it.
I am going to cast Booming Blade
On
at the rug.
the bear hug rug.
Yep, currently enveloped our Goliath friend. That I'm not technically flanking with Vel on it, am I?
No.
Okay, then I miss.
All right.
'Cause
Your
that was-
rapier just pokes furriness.
Because that I don't think an 11 hit.
No, roll. Wait, you don't get 2 attacks. I forget
I
that.
sure don't. That is. No, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just scooting around.
It is canon that you still have 1 health potion left. To answer your question there, Sam.
Thank y'all.
Vel, it is your turn, and Carolina blows you a kiss before you begin your turn.
Yes.
You
Nice.
feel as if you are inspired by a bard.
Oh my, okay. Well, I'm still here with the rug, so I'm gonna take my attacks at the rug for now. Still
Rip.
using my fist.
Rip Vovek.
Chop it in half.
I'll try to punch it in half. It's an 18 on the die.
That'll hit.
That's going to be 5 magical bludgeoning.
So it'll be 2 to the rug, 2 to Vovek.
3 Vovek. I don't think Val really realizes that happens. A 19 on the die and
That'll hit.
9 bludgeoning.
That'll be 5 to the rug, 5 to Vovek. So Vovek, you can just feel from inside the rug. You just these really hard punches are just making their way through the rug.
Chop it in half.
Anything else, Mel?
Shit, I think that's all I can do right now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my movement to get to one of these armor things.
All right.
The rug can't do anything because mobile.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because mobile. Mixie, you're up. You got
Nice.
automated armors working their way towards you.
No. All right, I'm gonna start shooting at the armor now. That seems like the bigger threat.
All right. The one that's closest to the warlock is the bigger threat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. That's gonna be it. But I'm also gonna move back away from it as far away as I can.
All right.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yay! 9 damage,
Yep.
and then it's over 20,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and another 9 damage.
All right. So you're just blasting at this
this.
as you're hitting it. Systems malfunctioning.
Good. Keep doing that.
Anything else?
No.
Vovek, before you can do anything, you are being suffocated
Yeah.
by this rug. And you are going to take 10, 15, 19,
Oh, Jesus.
23 points of bludgeoning damage as the bear hug rug hugs you real tight.
Not
Hugs you tighter than
enough.
Carolina's gonna hug Val at the end of this.
Under my breath, I will say, Goliath to rug. I'm gonna need you to fuck right off, or else I am going to reduce your thread count by at least 300. And I'm gonna use Dreadful Aspect, and I need it to make a Wisdom saving throw. And I can get all of the armor as well, so I need everybody to make a Wisdom save.
Oh
That's
man.
fantastic.
That's not including us, is it?
No, I
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, what's your DC?
14.
13. Just
Yes.
missed it.
Yes.
Oh,
So it is
man.
friend. I can get all the armors too, if they can be feared.
Oh, they cannot be
Yeah, that's fine.
feared. Actually, wait. No, they can't be. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna mutter that under my breath and then just start trying to rip as hard as I can, even though I used my action. But
All right. Sure. Yeah, you're gonna stay in the rug. It's
Yep.
the bear hug rug's turn.
lit.
Bear hug rug is going to attack Vel and Rayo.
Is it frightened of Vovek?
It's frightened
Yes.
of me.
Oh, you're right. So actually, it's gonna just run away.
Yeah. It has to. Does it still have him? I like to think that it's like still got him in it, but it's trying to run away.
No,
But hasn't let him go.
it lets him go, and you both can take an attack of op.
Do that.
Oh,
Yes.
hell
Yes. Yes.
yeah. It's a 19.
That hits.
That is a 18.
Those will both hit.
I rolled low. 6.
All right.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hold on.
And I don't get sneak attack.
So you both just lay in. You do a team move. It lets go of Vovak. You catch you prop Vovak up so he doesn't drop on the floor. Vovak swings the axe, and you jump off the axe and do a slicey action with the rapier as the bear hug rug runs away.
I like to think there's a nice Vovak-sized hole in the rug now.
Oh yes.
Like Looney Tunes
Yeah.
style.
It is Carolina's turn. She's gonna run over to Vel, place a hand on your shoulder, move like the wind, and you are hasted.
Oh, clutch.
Yes, hasted monks.
Yes.
Punch them all.
Oh my God.
Automated armor's turn. They're gonna move forward.
I don't like this much.
No.
Nope.
Not a fan.
Vel, that is a 15.
Just hits.
Just hits.
Oh wait,
Does-
no, it
no,
doesn't
haste.
because haste.
Yeah.
You are hasted.
Yeah,
You are a
so it
fast one.
misses.
Vovak, you're gonna be nat 20 to hit
God damn it.
Vovak.
Oh, come on, Alex.
Oh my lord.
I know it's
gonna-
2020, but come on, this is
That's
ridiculous.
6. That is 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it punches you. And then Rayo, you're gonna be attacked.
No thanks. I'm good.
11
11, miss.
and 16.
Fuck.
You're gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as these
I'm out.
automated target eliminated.
Oh no, they're at me now.
Rayo, you're up.
Oh. 12.
All right, Vel, you're gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. I'm gonna make, I guess, now 3 attacks at this armor that I'm right in front of.
Heck yeah.
All with my fists. 16 on the die.
Yep.
That's going to be 9 bludgeoning.
Gee.
That's gonna be. That's just a 14 to hit. I assume
That won't
that'll
hit.
Miss. That's a natural 1 for the 3rd attack.
Oh no.
Roll
Punch
damage.
Carolina in the face.
Yep, roll damage.
It was 5 damage bludgeoning.
All right, so.
Like, oh, sorry.
Ow! I'm on your side.
I'm sorry. He's moving so quick.
And that armor took some damage.
I already forgot what I said. 9, I think, and it is
Yeah.
magical.
That's good. You're fine. All right, Mixie, you're up. You see Vel just.
Oh man. Well, I see that these awakened armors are just like around all of my other party members.
You also have a bear hug rug.
Yeah, I see that, but then I look at the bear and I'm like, oh man, this is a lot closer to me. I'm gonna take care of myself.
Do you want me to kill that guy? I will totally kill that guy for you.
First one's a 12,
What are you attacking?
the bear,
That does not hit.
and then the second one's an 11.
That does not
Oh.
hit.
Damn it, Mixie.
Ah,
We're rolling rough now, y'all.
Spell slots. You have spell slots.
You sure do.
1, I think, right?
Two.
Oh, you get 2 at this level? Nice.
Yeah. You have 2 from level 2 to 11.
Vovak,
Oh, okay.
you're up.
Oh shit.
Cut him in half.
I'm gonna cut the first one in half. Great weapon, master.
Yep.
16?
No, that just misses.
Damn it. Great weapon, master.
All right.
There we go, 18.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
Mess him up.
Cut him in half.
6 plus 14. 20 slashing damage.
Do you want me to just describe how you destroy it?
I'm gonna look at my axe and be like, Citrine, I got this one. You take a break. And I'm just gonna pry between the armor and just rip it in half.
And with that, the bear hug rug is up. And the bear hug rug is just
I'm gonna
trying to
look
get
over at the rug as I'm ripping its thing in half.
Carolina's turn. And Carolina is going to. What does Carolina want to do? Carolina is going to use Shocking Grasp. Because Carolina has that.
Nice.
And these are metal. And that will hit. Ooh.
Elle's new GF is a badass.
And it's just enough. She just, just gets a balloon, rubs her hands together, and like they get all sparky, and she just reaches out and grabs the automated armor in the head and just, and it's just smoldering and just slumps to the floor in a metallic clank. And you hear from outside, wow, sounds like someone's really having fun in there. But the automated armors are up, and they're going to attack Vovak.
Cowards.
Cowards. Vovak, that is a 21.
Yes.
And the other one is a 9.
No.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still up.
Rayo, you are up.
Alrighty. 16.
You're good there. Vel, it's your turn. You're hasted.
I am hasted. Let's see which ones are still standing. I'm gonna just move right on over to this one and punch it 3 times.
Yes.
Shit, I'm rolling like crap right now though. That's a 12.
Nope.
Damn it, another nat 1. Fuck.
Jeez. Roll damage on that.
Damn
4.
it.
Yeah, so roll damage on the nat 1.
That was a 4.
Oh, yeah, Vovak, you get hit for 4 points of
Damn it.
damage.
Everyone's hitting me.
Vel, you are
Sorry.
not used to how fast you're going right now.
That's true. That was a 19 on the die.
That'll hit.
9 bludgeoning.
So you're going all out and just you accidentally hit Vovak in the first
Sorry.
flurry, but then you do come around with a roundhouse kick to ping.
I'm just like, sorry again. Sorry.
Mixie, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. The bear rug is still up. I'm gonna lich slap it.
Oh my lord. Okay.
What? I
Lich
probably
slap.
did not build this warlock very well. Don't at me.
No, I'm just Lich Slap is funny name.
15.
That'll do it.
Yes. Let's get some D8s up in here. What?
How do you de-thread
12
the bear rug?
damage.
Yeah.
Yes, de-thread the bear rug.
So this like anti-glow hand like comes out and just comes towards the bear hug rug and grasps at a loose thread and just unravels it.
Yes! And it just gets all unthreaded until it's
Amazing.
just like the bear head and the
wow.
big paws. Just,
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
all right, anything else?
No, take that.
Vovak, you're up.
I'm gonna swing twice.
All right.
Great weapon master.
Drop it in
Man,
half.
I am rolling really well tonight. That's 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Damn.
Also, you're just dealing huge damage.
Great weapon master's broken. It's
It is.
Stupid. 22
Agreed.
damage.
That's just enough.
Ugh. I'll
Do you
take
cut
the
it in
axe.
half?
I'm gonna cut each limb off one by one and then just push it over.
System's failing.
Then I'll just chest kick it. Then my second attack, I'll spin around and hit the other one. That's a 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you swing around and just goes wide. Carolina's up, and she's gonna dump a magic missile into this. She's gonna summon the little crescent moons and just bury them into this armor. 4, 8, 9, 10, and it's gonna take 10 points of force damage. Just. And the automated armor is up. And attacks Vovak and is going to miss. Just Vovak just.
I'm just
No.
screaming in its face.
Rayo, your turn.
Unmute myself.
I usually find that helps.
A little bit. 3.
That's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
So you 2-1.
Yep.
Vel, your turn.
Also helps if I unmute. I'll bounce over to this last armor. Right, this is the last one. I'm not missing anything. And punch
No,
it.
you're good. Punch away.
16?
No.
Damn it. Dirty 20.
Yes.
9 bludgeoning. And
All right.
last one. Ooh, 18 on the die.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be another 6 magical bludgeoning.
Nice. So you're just, and then you turn around and you just do the spin kick.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Mixie.
okay, now leave my friends alone, please.
I love Canadian werewolf. Ahoo, werewolves of Canada. Mixie, you're up.
Okay. Mixie is gonna come over and move a little bit over to her side so she can get a better angle, and she's going to attack the last armor that's standing with some blast.
With some blasts.
Blast.
This is the best part of playing a warlock is they just say blast. The first one
Space
doesn't hit.
blast.
Sweet.
No.
The second one's a 16.
No.
Okay. Using a
Vovac.
touch.
Vovac, you're up.
Great weapon master. 20. Not
That'll
natural.
hit. Oh man.
7 plus 14.
Yep,
20,
you're good.
21.
You're good.
Straight down the center.
Just chop it in half vertically.
And then I'm gonna go lie on the bed. Oh, first I'm gonna heal. I'll give 1 hit point to Rayo.
Carolina,
So, do you have the answers you look for?
Oh, did we find anything before all these things popped out? I don't think we did, right?
Yeah. Well, I assume we're all okay, seeing as I'm not dead.
Yeah, that was quite a beating you took there, and I'll hand Rayo the last healing potion we got.
Val, you're a dear. Thank you.
Oh, well, you do the same for me. I mean, you did. Like 10 minutes ago.
So Mixie, you did get that information. You did get some information before the battle started. From
Okay.
that note.
Oh yeah. So I'll share that with the group that these biomancers are trying to cure people of lycanthropy.
Oh, that's some right bullshit right there.
I agree.
I think I took biomancy in high school.
Yeah, it's an
AP
elective.
biomancy.
Yeah.
Elective
Oh, man.
biomancy. Oh my god.
Well,
There was-
hopefully this will be enough information for whatever Shen needs to know.
I'm wondering if we still need to talk to the Countess, though.
It might not be a bad idea.
Oh, I don't know. We were just told to get like information and stuff. I don't know if talking to her would like tip her off that Lycus may not be too happy.
I suppose, but on the other hand, is there really any escape from Lycus?
No.
Well, I mean, of course not, but I
Not
guess
unless you
that's
cut
true.
him in half.
I mean, sure. Whatever you said, big guy.
Then you just get 2.
So do we talk to Carolina's mother, or do we head back to Shen with what we have?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm up for whatever you all think is right. I think we've got enough between, the note here, this here mask, and also, I mean, if Carolina wants to come and, talk to Shen and maybe, join the cult, that's a whole other,
Are we
person
calling
for
it a
all-
cult?
Wait.
Can we call it a cult?
Cult? What?
Oh,
Oh.
not cult, not cult.
That's definitely more Sam misspeaking than Val.
Yes, come. We have a summer camp location.
And
It's an abbreviation. It's
And-
Cool Unreal Learning Team.
And as you're talking, Carolina takes her. She kind of shifts back into a human unwillingly, like her transformation. She's still kind of getting used to this whole lycanthropy deal, and she turns into this young adult woman. She has red hair, big green eyes. She's wearing that nice dress still, and she's just kind of like, pulling some stray furs out of her cheeks. Well, I guess I don't need to pretend to, have a cold anymore.
So what do you? Go ahead, Sam.
Oh no, you go ahead.
So what do you say, young lady? Do you want to come join our cool Unreal Learning team, or?
Well, if it means I could learn more about my transformations and I could perhaps learn to control them better, maybe I do have a better chance of living a normal life that way.
Oh yeah, people in the Blood Moon know like all about that kind of stuff.
There's always room.
I'll just sort of like for
us.
funsies shift real quick, so like my nails and stuff. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'll just like real quick, like in and out.
Ooh. Plus, to be traveling with such a lovely company. Yeah, I'm all game for it. I'll have to come up with some excuse. I'll tell Mother I joined the academy or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe I'm getting
leave a
involved at the
note?
Temple. Mother said I should volunteer more. It is a religious organization.
Oh,
Correct?
absolutely.
Technically, of course. That means we're tax exempt as well.
At least in Highguard you are. I don't know
We're
about
totally a
COVID.
non-profit.
So what is the move here?
I believe we'll probably leave and we could probably just give Carolina directions on where to find us.
Sure.
I mean, if we're leaving, we can just bring her.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
say.
she said she wanted to give her mother like a story. Because if she believes that she's off doing something else, she's not going to send out a search party for her.
True.
Plus, I know that you don't want to be away from your new girlfriend, Val, but absence makes the heart grow fonder and all.
I don't know what you're. I don't know.
Look, it's just that I said something in the heat of the moment. I'm very sorry. It's just Bella's such a lovely person.
Oh well, I mean, you don't need to be sorry for anything, but I mean, it's okay. We just met, so.
True. I could take you around town. I know a really nice winery, but actually, wait, they got trashed yesterday. They found a rat in there.
Oh. Well, that's okay. Rats need to drink too. Well, I mean, after we go back and talk to Shen and everything, I'm sure we can figure something out. I know some really lovely places in the woods for a nice walk or something.
Ooh, I haven't really been able to leave much of Arnica. Mother wouldn't let me walk in the woods alone.
Oh, well, we have so much to show you then.
Yay! Well, I will let you get going to where you need. I can get you out of here, so, no questions. There doesn't have to be any big bombastic escape, I guess. If you're
Oh.
stuck
I guess
in here.
that's for the best.
From what I've seen, if you run into some trouble, just blame it on Bernard.
Oh, Bernard. Yeah, he's a bit of a...
Douchebag.
No, when he drinks, he gets a little...
Handsy.
That guy sucks.
He seems like a jerk.
Yeah, he is kind of a jerk, I guess, but he's also really nice, but he does let strangers... Wait, is that how you got in? Did Bernard let you in?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fucking
Sort of.
Bernard.
Yeah. It's how he let him in. The rest of us found another way.
Well, I will help you leave here, unless there's anything else you wanted to look around at before heading out.
I think we got what we came for, yeah?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, well then I can get you out of here. And it was so nice to meet you. And I know we got off on the really strange terms, and maybe some of my guards are dead, and that's going to be a hard one to explain.
Maybe some of the guards are dead.
Maybe I was in a werewolf rage. I
Oh,
don't
just
know.
blame it on the biomancer. There you go.
Yeah, they are some weird. So I don't know, but they did say they came from. If this is for your priest,
Right.
those
Yeah,
We're all
those
like,
people
Right.
those people came from Kirkgard. I think I heard them say.
Kirkgard.
Yeah, it's very far. It's very far north and west of here, in Duskwind Vale. It's a place I would never want to go to.
Okay, well, that's definitely good to know then. Thanks for letting us know. I'm sure Shen will love to hear that.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'll let you go though. Mwah. Blows kiss at Val.
Ooh,
Bye,
no.
everybody. Hey, we got to start D&D 2020 off right here, Chromatic Chimera, with Chromatic Smooches.
Chromatic
Smooch spell.
Smooch spell.
Oh,
Steam smooch spell.
Love it. Here for
best
it.
ever.
So y'all
Belle
can
blushes
just
under her fur.
y'all can just leave relatively easily. There's no big, huge, bombastic escape sequence because you befriended the Countess's daughter. Some more so than
Learning
others.
saves the day.
Learning always saves the
The
day.
allure of Lycus catches all.
So as you're leaving the party, you do hear cheering from the other side in the park, as there's a joust going on there.
Hey!
Hey.
For
Hey!
anyone not aware, we're making callbacks to episode 4 of the Steam Spell campaign. So if you
I'm
really
here
want to
for
see
it.
the other things going on, you can go find that on our YouTube channel. Anyway,
I'm gonna walk by the joust and be like, that young knight has some promise. And I'll walk
Hell
off
yeah.
into the distance.
and you see Rosalind giving a noble with bluish hair the googly eyes.
Yuck. And I'll take off.
So y'all leave and you reach you head to the Grumpy Goose, knock knock, swordfish. You get into this shady tavern, and you see Shen sitting there in the hood and whatnot, just kind of swirling a goblet around.
So, how did it go?
Oh, I think it went pretty okay there, and I'll like plop the Biomancer mask on the table. Look what we found,
Well,
Oh.
shit.
and some other things. Mixie, I think you've got the paperwork, yeah?
I have a note, and I'll hand over what's left of this little note.
Oh, and we have a new recruit.
That is
Very splendid here. You also have the vial of the liquid they were going to inject
Right.
Carolina with.
I don't know who has that.
Mixie does.
Here we go.
You've done very well for me.
Thank you.
This is most troubling. Well, it appears that dear Countess Dearella Aconite has turned rogue and gone traitor to the cult. Fear not.
Looks away for a second and looks back, and Shen is wearing the face of the Countess. Shen looks like the Countess. Vovek, you recognize this because, well, you're the only one who actually saw the Countess. How do I look?
Hot.
Well,
Oh, different.
very interesting. Is that someone we should know? Or
That's the Countess.
Oh, well. I was going to say the new recruit that my friend Val talked about happens to be her daughter.
Well, then
And-
getting in will be easier than expected.
Was going to say, what better way to hold sway over someone than to hold sway over their children?
And why not play both sides? I could influence dear Carolina from both sides. But I have much work to do. Well done, disciples. Lycus smiles upon thee. I will let you enjoy the festival. You've worked hard. I have a bit of a hostile takeover to manage.
Have fun storming the castle.
It won't be storming. Espionage and subterfuge are my specialty.
Right, it was a turn of phrase, but you do you.
Oh, Rayo, you are humorous.
I'm sure something.
Just slam some gold on the table for y'all to
Yeah.
and I will let you know when I've obtained more information on this doctor from Kirkgard. Or perhaps I'll send you to hunt this Branson. We shall see.
Oh, anything we can do to help our great lord is I'm more than willing to do.
Can I rip him in half?
Yes.
Oh, you've graduated from just cutting, huh?
Yep.
Yes, Vovek. These biomancers, if they seek to cure the gifts of Lycus, they are truly our enemy. And perhaps each of you will one day get to take on our Lord's blessing.
We can only pray.
Yes, right.
And Shen flips the hood down. We'll be in contact. See you at the next Sabbath.
Okay, thank you so much. Praise Lycus.
Praise
Praise
Lycus.
Lycus.
All hail King Torg.
And
Hail King Tor.
Shen Capgra walks out the tavern, and we are going to go into what Alex is going to refer to as the epilogue, because I can't remember his name, but it was a really cool idea. We're going to go around and talk about what your characters get up to in the time after the one shot.
Ooh.
I think it was actually
I can't
was
think of his
it
name.
Grant Ellis?
No, it was not Grant Ellis. It
No?
It was the guy whose name that you couldn't pronounce, and he even was like, "You can't say my name. You can't spell my name."
Oh, okay.
That's why I can't remember because I can't spell his name.
Aw, Sam.
I apologize. I don't remember your name.
I think it's like something like John something. It's like a really regular name and a really
But just hard spelling.
like, well, the last name's the part that's getting me. Anyway, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go around, kind of wrap up, talk about what your characters get up to in the time after. I take it you enjoy the festival and whatnot,
Yes.
so feel free. We can just go. Mixie, do you want to go first since we can go in the circle?
Sure. So Mixie, after this, probably continues on her quest for freedom and to assist in the freeing of other gnomes. She continues to serve Lycus because Lycus promised her power and freedom, but after a while, she probably starts to realize that being in servitude to a different master is just more servitude, not freedom. And so she eventually will go to attempt to break off the pact.
Ooh. Ooh, so is Mixie joining the League of Liberation then?
Yes.
Nice. All right, next up, Vovak. What do you get up to?
Cuts it in half.
About a week later, Vovak is like, "Ah, that sucked," and he's gonna desert Lycus.
Way to go.
Nice.
He's like, they weren't worthy. They're not the new clan. So he's just gonna keep searching for a clan. Eventually, he's going to realize that he can make his own clan since he is an oath breaker. And
The true clan was the friends made along the way.
and he's going to begin raising the people that he cuts in half, and someday becoming a little powerful, and maybe going on missions that Citrine wants him to do in the meantime. His axe.
His axe.
I love it.
Next up we have Ryan. What does Rayo get up to?
Well, Rayo is definitely less about the Lycus thing and more about self-preservation. He definitely wants to stick around Vel, but he will leave if Vel it can't be swayed away from Lycus.
I can't.
Ain't gonna happen.
Because as soon as Shen talked about receiving the gifts of Lycus, Rayo was like, "No, not for me." So what he's going to do is he's probably going to head to Verdrid and lay down the roots of some sort of criminal organization.
He could end up working for the Don, maybe.
He's gonna working for him, trying to usurp him. So whatever happens, happens.
Or Gulo. There's a few. Or Pixum Momim.
Maybe.
Pixum Momim is a Fey moth crime lord that will be appearing eventually.
Oh no.
Rayo is definitely about himself, first and foremost. So he wants to try to build something for him and not so much
Sure.
be at the beck and call of someone who can just take whatever phase they want and has a thing for turning other people into werewolves.
Yes. I was just thinking like Godfather, like Rayo's got to start somewhere to start his criminal empire, right?
That being said, if he does ever start his band of assassins or thieves or whatever, he will hire people to watch over Vel as they go along with Lycus. Because it's the only friend that he has, really.
Okay. And finally, Sam, tell us, what does Vel get up to?
Oh, well, I mean, Vel has 100% been drinking the Lycus Kool-Aid and will not be leaving the cult. If anything, they just feel even more reaffirmed in their life choices, you know? I mean, cult came and gave them a second chance when nobody else would. So, I mean, this is their pack now. They're not leaving. Vel's totally going to be trying to court Carolina, though.
That happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
That happens.
Yeah, we go and we enjoy the festival together, and Vel does her best to help Carolina embrace her, werewolf side. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right. Self-discovery is always good.
Exactly.
That's the sign of a healthy couple right there.
Yeah, that's, Phil's trying to, help her see she doesn't need to be cured. She's fine the way she is.
Aww. And always the compliment. You wear the werewolf so well.
So well. Aw.
Y'all are adorable. That is what happens. The werebabies disband.
Werebabies.
The werebabies
so fun, Alex.
The werebabies sadly disband in the end. Now, if you do watch the regular Steam Spell show, you can be rest assured elements from this one shot will appear in the major story.
I'm scared.
And if you've been and keep an eye out for Shen Capgra. They will be Shen Capgra and the Good Doctor will be back.
Oh no.
So we can go around now. Thank you everyone for coming in, hanging out. Thank you so much for the bits, the subs. Thank you Matthew Foreman for gifting all those subs. You are such a good bean. Zaddy. Zaddy's my patron. If there's a cult to start, if there's a cult to start, I'm starting it around Matthew Foreman as my patron.
I want on that.
That's a religion. That is a religious experience.
Yeah, I want to be a cleric of Matthew Foreman.
Thank you, D&D, for coming in for the sub, for the bits, and thank you, Grumpy Turtle. And a big thank you to Mr. Valor for supplying tonight and giving us permission to use the maps that you saw tonight.
They're so pretty.
They looked so pretty. And the bear hug art was me messing around in Photoshop.
It looked really good. I thought it was like a real monster.
I wish. It's just a rug of smothering with some attacks and better stats, basically.
I love it. I'm using that.
Yeah, I can post it. I'll post it up in the Discord after this in the homebrew section.
I'm absolutely using that. 100%.
Anyway, we can go around real quick, talk about who we are, what we do. We'll go in the opposite order. We'll start with Sam, and then we will end with me.
Okay, hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am Samwise_GameG here on Twitch. Mostly these days you can find me here at the Chromatic Chimera. I am in Steam Spell as well as Agora's Bells on alternating Wednesdays. I'm also going to be in Elsewhere, which premieres on Tuesday the 7th. It's a 5e homebrew game, DM'd by @BluebirdDraws, our very own Lucy. And I'm very excited. I'm going to be playing an Asimara cleric. And I'm first knowledge cleric. I'm really excited for that. You can also see me over on Heroes Without Limits. I mostly am running tech there. I'm a co-producer there. It's a channel by and for disabled and chronically ill and neurodivergent gamers. Come check us out. I'm going to be running something there probably starting in February, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm really excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Hi there. My name is Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at the Simulacre. My home is absolutely 100% here, Chromatic Chimera, where I play Gray, the Tiefling Warlock of the Celestial, every other weekend. I've still got the Rayo voice going on at the moment.
I'm having a hard time.
I play Gray, the Tiefling Warlock of the Celestial on Steam Spell, the world wherein this one shot took place. And on, I believe it is let me go back to my calendar. I believe it is on the 8th, no, the 6th. The 6th of this month, I will be doing a one-shot over at Featherfall Tabletop at 8 Central. It'll be a level 1 thing called Mask of Worms. It sounds like it's going to kill us all.
Nice.
And aside from that, that's about all there is to me at the moment. But maybe, just maybe, things will change soon. Who knows?
All right. Next up, we have Chris, right?
Sure. Hey, I'm Chris. I am a dude. I'm a co-founder, whatever, of Chromatic Chimera. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Other things I do, I run the other persistent game on this channel currently, Agora's Bells. That comes back next Wednesday, the 8th. Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. It feels like we've been gone for a long time, but I'm excited to jump into some things and shake it up a little from the path we've been going down. So that's really fun. If you like this, definitely tune in. I'm going to be in Elsewhere. I'm going to be a player in that. I'm excited to get some more games in with all of these wonderful people. I'm playing a high elf barbarian, so another weird smashy boy who probably wants to rip things in half with a slightly different accent. That's the only change.
You're gonna get to roll more d12s.
I know. It's the year of the D12 for me. But really, that's about it. I've got a few more things that are going to be coming up this month or next, so be on the lookout for that. But other than that, that's it for me.
All right, Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby, and I am in both of our regular persistent campaigns. I am in SteamSpell as Middle Swiftfoot, and I am in Agora's Bells as Adrian Blackburn, aka Shield Mom. Next week, we have some cool stuff coming up. We've got two new table talkies with HTT Paladin and Craig Campbell. And we're going to have more coming up later this month, so check out our calendar for that. And then also on Tuesdays, on the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month, we have the Excellence, where we're going to have some wonderful princesses join me, and we're going to go on some family-friendly, wholesome, fun adventures. Very She-Ra-esque.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, on the third Tuesdays of the month, we're going to eat babies. That one is not family friendly.
All hail King Torg.
All hail King Torg.
I am looking for some kobolds to play in that game. If you would like to play, it's no commitment, one shots every month. So hit me up.
Woo! Anything else, Abby?
I think that's everything I do.
All right, finally, I'm Alex. You can find me on the internet as Mr. Puddins. It says it on the thing. But so I first of all want to say Matthew Foreman is in Dice Priory, very talented individual. They have great content there all the time. And D&D is DMs over at Holding Action, another great channel with even more, just more talented people. They're both talented, wholesome beings. You should follow them and their channels and watch their content. Anyway, I am the GM of SteamSpell that the persistent campaign this one shot takes place in, and that will be back on the 15th of this month as we are on that bi-weekly thing. I play as Kane Jax in Agora's Bells, a big fuzzy good boy with big fuzzy mitts, and I will be in Elsewhere as Gabriel Moonshadow, a very big divergence for my wholesome cleric. Very exciting. I am all over the place with this channel. I do all kinds of stuff. I'm hoping to run a few other things eventually. But yeah, this place is my baby. I love this cast. I love this crew. I enjoy, I guess, messing up their characters with mean monsters. And also, don't forget, if you are looking in the market to get some more dice, we have a sponsorship with Tabletop Loot. If you go to their website and at the checkout page use coupon code SHIELDMOM, all lowercase, all one word, you can get 15% off your purchase. And that is so cool. And with that, I will hold y'all no longer. We hope you have a wonderful evening and an awesome 2020 year of the crit.
We love you, everybody.
Good night.